Kill, bro.
What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on? Is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with us. Thank y'all for tuning in for another edition of After Hours. I am your co-host, Anton Daniels, along with Molly, Slimmy, Carey, and my dog Q Diddy. What up, y'all? How y'all feel?
What's poppin'?
Hey, hey. Hey, everybody.
How's y'all week so far?
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
I spent
We
majority of my
I had to get a special broom from Harry Potter. A real special broom for this one group. I forgot. I think it's a professional basketball team.
I knew you was gonna say that shit. I watched that junk last night. I was like, "Ooh, this is embarrassing." I wouldn't even have wanted to make the playoffs the way they got beat up last night.
Hey man, this dude Spoelstra had to make a statement about it, man. It was so crazy. I never seen Spo like that. He was upset. He was upset.
Yeah, it was pretty ugly. I think the Knicks got the best series in basketball right now.
Well, we gonna see. I
think we got the most entertaining series in basketball right now.
I ain't watched the game yet.
Well, the Nuggets and the Clippers is 2-2, so there's that.
You said what?
No, they got a really good series too. And I've been watching they series. It's been down to the wire almost every season.
Nuggets. That was so fluky, man. That was the first time in history it was like a tip dunk for a buzzer beater.
Yeah, that is a really good series. Also, it's been a good playoffs for the most part so far.
Yeah, except for OKC and Cleveland, those series was a wash.
Yeah,
when you got young Bulls, nigga, that's how we roll. Just get up out of here.
That comeback game from OKC was really good. So
the last one,
the one where they came back where John Moran got injured.
We was down 29 and we won.
Yeah,
like 10.
They was getting their ass beat. So
fuck.
You
said Ja got hurt? Ja got hurt that game?
Yeah, he got hurt.
He's out for the series.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they need to shelf him for the series anyway because
he wasn't gonna make no difference.
Nah, he wasn't gonna make no difference. So, what's up, Carey? What's up, Molly? What's up? How y'all feel?
I spent my weekend in the garage laying some floor.
Laying floor in the garage?
In the trailer.
Oh, yeah, I got you. I know what you're saying.
You have a trailer?
I got a bigger trailer.
Quinn is an old man now.
I'm fucking old.
Quinn has officially crossed into senior citizen status. How do you know? How do you know when you've kind of like moved past or moved into a new thing? Because, like, for example, like with my birthday being this month, Slimmy birthday being this month, every time that you have a birthday, people always ask you, well, my mom, for example, she'll always ask me, she say, how does it feel to be 1 year older or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And in your mind, you like, it feel the same as it did the day before or last year or whatever. But I realize there's things I don't do anymore, and it's things that I will never probably ever pick up a basketball again.
Man, I was thinking about that, man. Shit.
I'll never pick up a basketball.
I caught myself looking at Harleys, so that's how I know I'm getting a fucking what a Harley.
I'll never pick up a basketball again ever in life.
Damn, man, I might.
We still play. We have flag football on the weekend or on the weekends in the summertime, so we still do a little.
I think that the difference, though, Slimmy, is that I think the difference is that I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think in your 30s you start to kind of have this thing in your mind like, oh man, I don't want to get older. I think in your 40s, in a kind of sort of a way, you kind of like cool with it and you accept it and you start to do different shit. You start to like, I'm cool with skating.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm cool with other things that I've already been doing, but that I guess previously you never really embraced as much. But like, I'm cool with skating. I'm cool with maybe getting in a little bit golfing. I don't need
golfing's really hard, bro.
It is hard. It's very difficult.
It's really hard. The actually the gym I go to, the dude's like he's like a certified golf trainer.
Yeah.
He doesn't teach you how to play golf. He does like these mobility issues to make sure your body can actually get in a position to do what you're supposed to.
It's very difficult.
Yup.
You know who can golf really good? Trump.
I can too. I'm pretty good.
Trump can golf. He can really golf. Like, seriously.
He probably been golfing for like 40, 50 years.
Yeah, they're golfing their ass off. They don't mess around, bro.
Yeah, that's where they making all them business deals and shit.
Yeah.
I feel like I probably feel like I was getting old. Like there's like a big, this probably is everywhere. There's like a big bike scene. And I don't do that shit no more. Like 40, 50 bikes.
Oh, it's a lot of stuff I don't do. There's certain places I don't go to. There's certain places I don't go to. Bro, even if I go to the strip club, I prefer to go in the daytime.
I don't want to be seen in those strip clubs.
No, I feel you there.
Out, nigga.
Oh, man.
You have no clue.
Like, you go at night. When you go at night, it's different, man, and it be
real talk. Like, but you don't always go for the chicks. They got some slapping lamb chops, bro. And like a lot of times, I'll go with whoever I'm with. I'll go with my girl. I'll go with whatever. Like, it ain't even about that. It's just that the environment and stuff is just different. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's a better quality experience. Whatever it is that I do, I've just started shifting in general, bro. Like, there's some things I just don't want to do no more. Like when I see a really, really, really big crowd, I know that shit probably gonna go left. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, I'd rather chill on the rooftop and smoke a cigar. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with slow motion. I don't need. See, like, look at it. Purge says AD goes to the strip club for food. LOL. Yeah, I do.
That's what enabled me to look younger longer, is I don't smoke or drink.
Like at 43, do you know how many women that you've seen in your lifetime? Just like how much more nakedness do we need to see before it's like, okay, I've satisfied the nakedness requirement. It's not really about that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get no. Listen. When you're younger, right? Let's say, for example, when you a teenager. When I was coming up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't as visual. Like, it wasn't as in your face. Social media, every single thing that you look at, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't naked women every single place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now that shit is like overload.
Yeah.
It's overload. It's everywhere. It's just women on women on women on women on women on women. It's
I don't think it hits my algorithm. I haven't seen a naked woman in quite some time.
I'm talking about in person.
I haven't seen a naked woman on my internet or in person in quite some time.
Where do you stay in Oklahoma
City,
bro? What's going on?
Hey, look, the the first day it
What
got
you
hot.
mean?
The first day it got hot 2 weeks ago. The first day it got hot 2 weeks
Everybody's
ago.
outside.
It was this woman. It was this woman on the west side of Cleveland. She was pretty much too big for the outfit, but she didn't have nothing on but panties underneath it.
That's
It
normal,
was
bro.
fishnet.
It's
Fishnet.
on
The first
listen,
day it
bro,
got hot. 2 weeks ago.
I drove down because my office is down here and my place is down here, and I'm driving down the street. It's a fucking Tuesday and it's 80 degrees outside, so everybody is out. It's everything that you can think of. It's no limit to the amount of things that's out.
Man, I swear it felt like summertime. I was tripping. I'm like, it's fucking April.
Summertime, bro.
It's fucking April.
It's just like you know what I'm saying? Like you cool with it, like it's cool, but it's not something that you. When we were younger, we used to go and hunt for women.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do that shit no more.
Nope.
You just chilling. It's just slow motion. So it is. I think it's desensitized, but I also think it's something that Molly said earlier in the chat. I think, what did you say, Molly? You said that it was, I don't know what you said, like overload or something like that. I don't remember what you said.
Hypersexual.
Yeah, hypersexual. And that kind of starts off the stream. And I'm going to ask that question. I'll put it up at the bottom in a minute. Do y'all think that us as a society, that we become too hypersexual? And if so, how do you think we solve for it?
Oh, ain't no solving unless you praying. you gotta pray. You gotta pray that shit up off these folks. For sure. That's the only solve.
Are we all hypersexual though?
No, I don't think everybody is.
How do we prevent ourselves from being overly hypersexual?
I'm gonna educate the chat real quick just to upgrade your vocabulary. The word is zeitgeist.
What is that?
Look it up. The spirit of the times.
Zeitgeist, you watch Zeitgeist? Q? You never seen it?
No, it just means the spirit of the times.
No, well, it's a really popular conspiracy theory documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Zeitgeist is
I think
why is it money? Is it big companies? Why sex is the thing?
Yeah, sex sells.
Do you think that you think it's companies?
Sex sells.
Yeah, that's why they sell us cancerous foods too. It's money. It's all money, right?
Well, they're not getting paid because people is over sexual in the bar.
It's women. Women need money, and that's the way they get money. So it's just easy.
Whoa.
That's it's just what's been pushed. It's been pushed for.
It's not what's been pushed. It's women. Women are broke and they need money, and now that they can show titties at the whim, then it is what it is. It's the oldest profession, right? Whores, sluts.
I don't know.
I can sell your box for a fucking $40.
Well, a lot of prostitutes in history were like sex trafficked. They didn't have a choice. So I don't know if it was like a choice.
That's true.
Most women who do stuff like that, if you think about it, a lot of them are sex trafficked. So
I think it's just the nature of human.
I think there's a lot of legal prostitution going on.
I know so.
It's the nature of humans, and then it's pretty much the overwhelming sin of man that kind of pushes all this. It's Sodom and Gomorrah all over again, but it's worldwide.
But I don't even know if we know the difference between right and wrong anymore.
Yeah, because
it's Western society.
No, this everywhere. Because think about it.
It's everywhere, but
a few months ago when I was trying to say like birth control is an abomination. Think of how like that when it didn't register to people. Too. But think about how when people think about it, they're just like, what are you talking about? You're not supposed to be using birth control. You're not supposed to be
Even
having
condoms
abortions.
to an extent
Yeah, no,
are.
that's what I'm talking about. Condoms. None of you're not supposed to have none of that. That's an abomination.
Wait a minute. I am very confused about what we're talking about right now. You're saying that birth control and condoms are an abomination?
Yes, because when you think about it, you're
Technically.
only supposed to be having sex to bear children.
No, that's not true.
What? That's not true.
No way.
Even the Bible said that's not true.
No
I
way.
think some cultures they think it's the same thing. Like anything that's preventing God's natural act of,
You're not supposed to be having sex randomly. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. Y'all thinking this is exactly
Slimmy,
why I
the
said
word
y'all don't
says
understand.
the bed is undefiled.
Yeah, that God wants you. That's why marriage is a thing, because God knows our freaking inclinations, and He said, just y'all can have sex, just get married.
Right.
You know, fornication is a sin. Fornication is a sin.
Slimmy, I think he's
Slimmy.
implying that. I think Slimmy, I think what you're saying. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I think
Fornication.
what you're saying.
No, Slimmy.
Fornication is a sin.
Slimmy, you can use a rubber in order to prevent your girl from getting pregnant.
No, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to be.
You can use birth control to prevent your chick from getting pregnant, Slimmy.
Okay, so okay, that's marriage. Okay, but how many people are really in marriage?
A lot.
How many people are using condoms?
There are tons of people that are using birth control in marriages in order.
I think it's an abomination. I don't think you're supposed to be using that shit, man.
I don't think it's wrong, but I agree with Slimmy.
Hold on.
It's unnatural.
At what point do you guys
To an
allow
extent.
society to progress and not just stay in some old bullshit?
You're missing the point. It's not old bullshit.
Yeah, we're
it's
just
not
at the root of it all.
Like, it's old. Like,
birth control is kind of not supposed to be a thing. Maybe if you pull out, but
so you're telling me that birth control is bad when you're using it in a marriage to prevent the woman from getting pregnant?
I don't think you're supposed to. Birth control is an abomination. It was not supposed to be invented. It is man-made. It was not supposed to ever be.
And then that means that everything is an abomination.
What about cars?
No, not everything. Not everything.
Shirts are an abomination.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
What do you mean?
Don't do that. I did not say everything that was man-made. I'm talking about.
You said it was not supposed to be invented. How was it not supposed to be invented?
Because you're supposed to have sex to bear fruit.
Correct.
Right. So if you're not doing that, if there is something deterring that unnaturally, that's not supposed to be there.
Right. So Slimmy, you're telling me that the only time that we're supposed to have sex is when we're having children.
In history, that's when it was practiced.
No,
that's not what the Bible says. In history,
I don't know
I'm
what
just
you're
saying,
talking
certain
about.
points in history.
It's your duty to your husband to have sex with him, and it's your duty to your wife to have sex with your husband, vice versa. And it says as Corinthians 7:3-4. Thanks. Argue with the Bible.
Read it.
Okay.
Argue with the Bible.
Wait. Are y'all telling me that the only reason that you're supposed to have sex is to have children?
I believe you're only supposed to be.
Okay. Let me read this. Each
only
man
supposed
should have
to bear
sexual
fruit
relations with his own wife, and each woman should have her own husband. The husband should fulfill his marital duty to his wife, and likewise the wife to her husband.
Yeah, but if you look at history, a lot of people didn't even like to have sex like that. Like they weren't sexualized like we are now. And I'm not saying men don't need to have sex, but they, especially women, they didn't really want to have sex because they knew you would probably get pregnant, you would probably die as a result of that pregnancy. Like I don't think that they were doing sex for fun like we do now. We really abuse it now.
They have always done sex for fun.
But not like this. Not like this. Not where girls are turning 18 and ready to do porn as soon as they turn 18. I mean, I don't know. I'm just a history person. And just looking back at history and a lot of the stuff like that, Because cycles tend to repeat themselves.
Well, you can't be on Molly's side,
And I'm not saying that there weren't
Flemmy, 'cause you
parts
hate
of
statistics.
societies where they did not have sex workers. Obviously, they did. A lot of them were sex trafficked. The women kind of didn't have a choice. It was like either get married, be a nun, or go work at the brothel in some places. So,
You use the biggest, hugest, not a word, but for this, it matters.
A
Generalizations
brothel?
fucking ever. You throw some stuff and just go, whoa, like.
No, I'm just saying you have to think of how just some societies were ruled and how history, you know. I think
So
we're kind of slowly moving a little bit more conservative because I think people are kind of waking up to the fact that they kind of programmed us to be addicted to sex. And allegedly, Disney owns one of the biggest porn companies. What is it called? Vivid? Allegedly. I don't know.
Yeah, Jezebel's been around for a long time.
I think we all have been addicted to sex since the beginning of time.
Of course they have, but like if you look at certain things, they have brothels because you can't have a bunch of men together, obviously. So when they were working or doing those long trips overseas and stuff like that, they would have to go visit brothels to go get their energy off. That way they weren't sleeping with each other or killing each other or other crazy
Well,
stuff.
the brothels was the capitalization of it. That was the monetization of it. That was so that they can actually. The brothels was created to make money, not necessarily for men to
But
get their stuff off. They just seen the demand and they was able to capitalize off of it in a more structured way.
well, I don't know about here in America. I'm like more so like the medieval time period. It was a little bit different.
This
What's
nigga
funny?
said medieval.
I'm just saying,
Study
like,
different parts of history in different places. You want to see how their cultures are. You want to see, I'm interested in how I'm a military baby. I'm interested in how governments were ran. You have to look at their past. What did they do for population control? Things like that. How are they
but I
practiced
mean, women
today?
are always leveraged as motivation for people to do whatever it is that they do. But the only reason for that is because they was able to let you bust it down for a real one.
Yeah, but I don't think most women want to do that. I think they just do because it's easy.
Two things that's gonna be around. Listen, the last two things that's gonna ever
But as
once
long as
money
human
go,
trafficking exists,
when
of
the
course prostitution will exist. That's a
when the
given.
whole world get burned up, if we in apocalyptic times, two things is always gonna be prevalent:
They still gonna have sex.
dick and pussy.
Nigga gonna see the fire coming over the horizon. He gonna bust it down right before it
They
get there.
still gonna have sex. Here come a missile.
Here come a miss. You better get it in,
With
nigga.
hey, that missile coming. He gonna have that varsity jacket on.
Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact. 100%. Two things that's always gonna be there. It's DMP. 100%. So
Oh shit. That shit ain't gonna never stop. But the reason why what I was saying was my point was that we so far gone that we don't even look at it as a problem when it really is, we not really supposed to be indulging to the point where we using contraceptives.
I don't know about that one, Slimmy.
But look how awkward look
I
how
mean,
awkward that sparked the conversation. Like if you had that conversation with a regular person, they're gonna be like, you fucking nuts. But
it
that's how
doesn't
far
matter.
gone. That's how so
No, I
over
think we got.
sexualized we are.
I
That's
think
how
that
over sexualized we are.
over time we're supposed to evolve um, technologically because our lives are supposed to get easier and it's supposed to be much easier for us to make. You know what I'm saying? For us to get things done. I mean, everything is evolution. You know what I'm saying? And the knowledge that's there, the minerals that's there, all the resources on this earth is made for us to leverage it so that it makes our lives easier and more comfortable, right? And so it's the same thing when it comes to listen. Before we had that whatever, either your pullout game had to be crazy or you just had to leverage your mouth, one or the other, because you gonna get that shit off. I mean, if we just gonna keep it 100, that shit you gonna get it off.
Leverage her mouth.
One or the other, you gonna get it off. Like in the cowboy days, in the gold rush, in the Roman Empire, all of it was they gonna get that off. So being able to have technology to where you can prevent certain things from happening.
If we want to, you froze.
Who froze?
Oh damn! No, he was just.
That nigga was like, you just went from talking to like just like not moving.
Whoa!
That shit was weird as fuck.
Hold on, man. You might have to get paid to be a mime.
New titties over there or something.
You might have to get paid to be a mime because I thought you froze.
You never know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no clue what I'm gonna do.
Hey, you got to get the all gold paint. You got to get the all gold paint and go to Vegas. Make that. And that shit was amazing. You just sat there.
Let me bring my girl crazy. What's up, Ray?
Hello.
Shit, who's that?
Hey, what's up?
So, back to this having sex for pleasure. Proverbs chapter 5, verses 15 through 19 talks about having sex in a marriage for pleasure.
What does it say?
I just gave y'all the verse.
No. You have to read it because your interpretation might be wrong.
Well, that's the problem with Christians in religion. Everyone's interpretation is different.
Well, technically, it's just playing God. That's it. Like I'm not saying I'm against birth control. I'm not. I don't care. But just if you just look deep enough, it's just But who cares? We have all this technology, like Anton said. I've seen a nanobot, and it was the most disgusting thing ever. I've seen a nanobot push a sperm that was like it wasn't moving, push it towards the egg so it could fertilize it. I'm like, what kind of human is that going to turn out to be? Because if it didn't even have the will to reach the egg.
Sperm races on ESPN now. So
I seen that. I seen that. I was just about to say that same thing. I seen that.
What is going on here?
There are sperm races on ESPN. Yes, there
was. That's nasty. And this is tailored for y'all men because they know that y'all are more animalistic.
No, it's not tailored for men.
Absolutely they would never give us sperm races. That's disgusting. Do y'all know what y'all sperms look like under microscopes? Sometimes they have two tails and one head.
A little circle with a little tail on it. What you mean?
You know what I've learned though, Molly? I think that women are way more sexual than men.
That's a fact.
I think that women are way more.
Well, because women think that's what men like. I don't know if we're naturally more sexual. I think we just think that's what y'all like.
No.
What y'all like. Because if y'all liked more traditional, more modest women, I think more women would move that way. But we think that y'all like sex, so we cater to it. I mean,
I think that women are way more sexual than guys. We barbaric. I mean, we fuck anything, but I think that women are way more sexual than guys are.
Yeah, because like your senses get heightened for about 7 days every month, and you're extremely hypersexual naturally.
I'll give you an example. That fucking rose, that rose just ruined y'all women in general went bananas when that fucking rose came out. I've never seen more women on the internet talking about a toy than that shit. Women are the ones that go to the stores. They spend the majority. They the ones that have sex parties. Like they have all of the parties. They bring out all of the. Women was selling so much of that shit. It was out of control. And I was like, when did women? And then you know what they said? Oh, we always been like this. We just been liberated. We are sexually liberated now. We can do what we want to do. I'm telling you, women are hyper sexual now. I mean, they get off on that stuff.
So why are men saying that nobody's sleeping with them then?
Think about it like this, Molly. Think about it like this. Who do you think is having more? Who do you think is having more sex individually, women or men?
Gay men. I'm being honest. Being honest. Men.
Go ahead, log off, Ray. Go ahead, join us. Join everybody else. Go ahead, log off. Jesus, you gotta stay up there solo dolo. Stay up there.
Molly, we're gonna leave you up here by yourself. We're gonna go.
What in the world just happened?
Oh my god. She might be telling the truth on that part though. All right, so with that being said, let me go ahead and introduce a different part of the conversation because I just jumped in the group chat and I seen y'all talking about that. I'm like, this is an interesting conversation. But
yeah, I was about to get mad at Molly. I had to stop looking at it.
I know Cliff was getting salty. I knew he was getting salty. I don't know why I do that.
Why? I was like, don't respond. I said I was driving. I was at the stop sign. And I was like, it turned green. And I forgot.
I don't understand why. Well, let me read some of the super chats and then I'll introduce this next part of the conversation. Chris Cunningham says Nixon 6. Oh, y'all said Nixon 5. Now it's Nixon 6. Listen,
they gotta back it up every time y'all win again.
Y'all don't get this next game. Y'all don't get this next game. It's over because y'all they can't win at home. They can't win at home. They don't get that next game. It's over. Lost but found says update. Wife cheated, was pregnant, but lost both babies. Slimmy saying don't take her back.
Yeah, don't.
Wait. Updated. Wife cheated, but was pregnant. Oh yeah, don't take her back. No, you good. Yeah, don't take her back.
Don't do that.
Carlito's review says, "Hey, what's good, Anton? I texted the number in the comments. Was that you texting or a bot? I knew to all of it. No, that's a bot, bro. That's not me. Whoever it is reaching out to y'all, that's a bot. That's not me." Green Blaze says, "Anton, what you think about Jalen Hurts not going to see Trump? Kind of disappointed myself."
He said he was busy.
I don't think it matters. I don't think Trump.
He said he has something else to do.
Nobody cares. They're going to forget about Jalen Hurts. They're going to remember Trump. OJ Thomas, what up, though? I appreciate you. Yashua says they use sorts of birth control, which was called pessaries in biblical times. Ismail says Sonny is right on this topic. Birth control was frowned upon. Look at the Catholic Church. Sex and marriage is about procreation, not what you want to do. That's until they start fucking on little boys. Yashua says
that comment about pessaries, that was a lie.
Yashua says that's also not true, Slimmy, because people needed contraceptives because it was fatal for some women to give birth. Evil Shadix says, Molly, that's not true because lesbians are ultra freaky. The Praetorian Guard says case against birth control came from Onan in the Bible using the pullout method was later dying for not impregnating his brother's wife. Me University says money, stress, biology schemes maketh a hoe. Kyle Davis says, Slimmy, how you feel about Shador in Cleveland?
I have no feelings. I got to see him play in a Browns jersey.
KL says Molly is a freak on the low, but I'm not mad at it. I don't know. That's weird. All right, so
what?
It was a lesbian who made me think it was okay to eat a woman's vagina while she was on her period. So yes.
All right, so let me go to this next part. When you running red lights, bro?
No, I said that's why I said she made me think it was okay. No, we stopped, turn left, reverse.
Don't tell me you're running red lights, Quentin. High Tolerance says, salute AD and the crew. Women are far more hyper than men, to the point that they're willing to let men run red lights to tamp down on their hormones. Shout out to you. I also want to acknowledge my dog, my Yashua dog, says it is true, Q.
What's
y'all
true?
Guys that run red lights, y'all some savages, bro. Y'all are some of the most biggest savages I've ever seen in my entire life. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications. Let me go a little bit more up Carrie's alley really quickly because her musical taste seemed to be a little bit older. And because her musical taste seemed to be a little bit older, Terrence Howard was having a conversation with my boy Bill over here, and this is what they had to say about it. This is a question that they asked, and this is what he communicated. Make sure y'all hit a like, man. Let's get it.
Marvin Gaye was like, you would have been perfect as Marvin Gaye, and that is a story that needs to be told.
Let you know what happened with that. I was over at Quincy Jones' house. I'm not dropping names. I'm just giving credibility to what I'm saying.
No, you never drop names. De Niro told me that.
Yeah. So, but I'm asking Quincy, I'm hearing rumors that Marvin was gay. And I'm like, was he gay? And Quincy's like, yes.
Oh.
He went around it with everything, and I was like, no. And I'm like, I could not.
I just feel like there's gay for real, and there's a point where guys get so much pussy, they're just like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah, well, it would have been that, but they would have wanted to do that, and I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Well, you mean you couldn't kiss a guy on screen in a movie?
No.
Not even, yeah.
No, because I don't fake it. I
Right.
literally, it has to.
I couldn't kiss a man either. That's true. And that does not.
That would fuck me. I would cut my lips off.
Yeah. No.
So the sentiment is, or not the sentiment, but Terrence Howard was basically saying that he couldn't play Marvin Gaye in the movie because when he asked with the biopic, because the biopic was supposed to be based off of his, his life and his sexuality. It was going to explore different parts of his life. When he asked around to Quincy Jones said, yeah, he used to fuck on men too. So, Carrie, my question is, do you see people different, even their legacies, when they are described that way, when details come out that says stuff like Marvin Gaye was gay? Do you then see him differently? Do you see things differently?
No, not regarding his music.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Well, do you see R. Kelly's music differently?
I not completely. Not see, R. Kelly, certain songs that I went back and listened to, I'm like, what's he talking about?
He was in Lean on Me by Kirk Franklin.
But R. Kelly, it's really hard to not separate the talent, like the artistry, from the person, especially when the person didn't have any real influence over like my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't deny R. Kelly's talent. So it's hard to be like, I no longer like the melodies that he was able to create and the sound that he was able to produce because of what he did as a person. I will admit, I don't listen to R. Kelly anymore, but I think that was probably more so because I was following the crowd of the people. Like, oh God, what if somebody finds out that I still want to listen to one of his songs? But in general, nah. Like, if Marvin Gaye was gay, it wouldn't make me feel some kind of way about what's going on.
I see what you did there.
Actually, it made me sad.
What's going on?
I see what you did there.
Deflection.
But I do think that Bill Maher made a very interesting point that I'm sure people would argue and say that still means he's gay. But I think it probably is the case for some male entertainers, especially, is like they have probably had so much access and so much drugs and so many things.
I know where you're going with this.
That is like, it's a couple of bananas that slipped into the bunch. And, like
what? What?
Let me, you were saying that one time on one page.
Yeah, that was last week. But I don't like that phraseology. I ain't like that. I ain't like
what?
Phraseology?
Gary, do you still consider them? Because he explored his sexuality, but he preferred women, do you still consider him gay?
By definition, I mean, yeah, because what is it to be gay?
That means you like the opposite. Is that a real question?
Yeah.
What does it mean to be gay?
Can you be gay if you've never had sex with a man?
Yes. It's not about sex. It's like liking the same sex is what makes you gay. Not
it's about what?
Liking it.
It's about liking sex, or it's about liking
the same sex. Nigga, did you?
Why are you so mad? I'm asking.
I'm not like liking the same sex means you're gay.
So even if you've never did it?
Yes, nigga. If I like girls, that means I'm straight, even though I'm a virgin. What you mean? Right?
See how it's kind
You
of
can
like
be mentally
No,
gay
it's not. I'm straight because I like women.
and emotionally gay.
no, I'm not saying you are confused about
Get
it.
the fuck out of here.
But because I really don't know, since I'm not gay, I don't really know at what point it begins. I don't know if it's like I can go my whole life and never have sex with a woman, but I'm a lesbian because I just like women, or if it's official once you've crossed the road of sex. So for me, in my ignorance, I would say if you've had voluntary sex with men as a man, by definition, you're gay. But
if you voluntarily like a man, you're gay.
If a man
If you
have
like
gay
anything man,
porn in
if
his
you like,
phone, but
if you're a
he's
man and like masculine shit, you're gay.
well, that's what I'm saying. I really don't have any other way to determine it other than, hey, did you have sex with that
Okay, I
man?
have
You're
a
a man, you
way.
wanted to? I
Let's look
guess
in
you're
the
gay.
dictionary.
Like, I don't know any other way.
even if he hasn't slept with a man, if they're watching like gay porn or
Okay, so
something,
here's
that's
what
gay.
gay. It refers to a person's romantic, emotional, or sexual attraction to the people of their own sex. So no, you
Yeah,
don't have to have sex.
yeah.
So he is gay.
Who just
Anton, you're
said that?
muted if you're talking to us.
Now, I said I don't go by the dictionary no more because that shit be changing based off of whatever it is that's happening in society at the moment.
Yeah, Mika
So
and
I can't
Mika
go
and
by
Slimmy
that.
don't believe in the dictionary. I forgot.
Well, I
about
just
that.
looked
My
up
bad.
phraseology. It's a real word.
My bad. My bad. Google can say anything.
As
Ray,
of 2019,
let me ask you, Ray.
probably.
Do you this is so dumb. What are y'all looking at phraseology for?
No, I don't. Quinn didn't. He didn't realize it was a real word.
Oh,
He
You
thought
didn't
I
say
was just talking.
phraseology.
I. What did I say then, Quinn?
I don't remember. It's so long ago.
So,
do you think that
cooking up early.
Ray, do you think that guys, a lot of these guys, these entertainers, these people, these Marvin Gays or whoever it is, it could be whoever the modern version of it is, do you think that these guys get so much box that they then get curious, or do you think that that's just in them to be whatever it is that they are?
I think it's in them, honestly, because you have a lot of men who, they get around, they get the women, especially if they're celebrities, but some of them just wouldn't do that. You just have those men that are just like, yeah, no, yeah, I like what I like. I'm not committed. I like box, but I'm not going through the back door. Like some stuff is just not like
What if you
some
go?
stuff. No,
Is it gay if a man does a woman in the back door? Is that gay?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Silence.
It is.
How?
I mean,
You said it is,
It's a,
Flemmy?
it's a woman.
wait a
No,
minute.
I
It's
know
a
there's
what
no
I was
woman.
reason.
thinking this too.
There's no reason to be in there. There's no reason to be in there.
What if
There's
they
no
like
reason to
it?
be in there.
Wait a
What if
minute.
they like it? What if
There's
she
no reason to
likes
be
it?
in there. There's no reason to be in there.
It's tighter. It's more friction.
Wait,
Man, that shit gay, man.
hold on. Wait.
Gay,
See, that's
man.
why, Quentin, that is why I asked, what is the definition of
That's
gay?
gay.
Because Slimmy
Wait,
just
wait,
made a
wait.
whole
So
new
if a
Flemmy,
dude,
definition.
why is that gay?
That is
I
gay.
I don't
That
understand.
is gay.
Explain it to me. Why is it gay, Slimmy?
That is not the hole you supposed to be in. Why are you in a hole where shit come from?
The same way that the
Diseases and
same way
Why
that
is there to be in
bacteria.
why is there to be in that
Okay, so
hole? Why?
wait, Slimmy. Let me ask you a question. Is getting head gay?
No.
Why not? Because you're supposed to just bust down the hole, right?
No.
Oh, I'm just asking the question.
No.
What's the difference?
What you mean? What's the difference between what? Getting head and
No,
going
what's the
anal?
difference between the concept that that's not where you're supposed to be?
No. I'm saying on a woman's anatomy, when you have a vagina right there, why you go up top in the shitter? Why you going in the shitter?
Okay, cool. We could. I get what you're saying. I feel you. However, my question is, what makes it gay? It's still a woman that you're dealing with.
Well, that's gay sex. That's what they do. That's how they indulge. That's how gay men indulge. That's all. It's gay sex. That's their thing. Like, it's a vagina there. I don't understand why you would go anywhere else.
I don't know about that.
That's what gay men do.
I don't think that a man is gay if he busts down a chick like that. I don't believe that. Because
no, wait. I'm not saying that the man is gay. I think the act is gay. It's an act. It's an act. But I know there's plenty of dudes that do that. I don't do it.
I don't either. But I don't.
Gay act.
I can't substantiate that, Slimmy.
I think it's a gay act. That's just me.
You know it's gay adjacent. You're practicing.
What does that even mean? I don't know what that means.
There we go.
It's like you're practicing. What do you need a butthole for unless you're practicing for a man?
Because a girl. What if a girl wants it in the butthole? Then what? Is it gay that you gave the girl what she wants?
I ain't giving no girl that.
Nobody's gonna have enough standards to tell her no.
I don't like that. I'm not
having some type of standard. You would do
can't
it to
put
a
your
booty
standards
hole.
on.
You can't put your animal.
You can't put your standards on someone else. You can't do that.
You're disrespecting your body and hers. Like, we don't see our bodies as sacred. Y'all can say I have tattoos or whatever, but it's just some things that, like, literally, I don't even think our minds are supposed to conceive of. I think we were taught this by some type of demonic people that's been running the show for a long time.
I would venture to say that God didn't want dicks in your mouth either.
I don't think kids grow up, and then when they start hitting puberty, they start thinking about pumping buttholes, though.
I bet you no one in God envisioned his creatures with a dick in their
mouth. No. That's not true, Quentin.
This is why people are leaving religion. We know a lot of preachers are gay.
Actually, yeah, because feet,
I don't understand.
Feet is in Hebrew. Feet in Hebrew is phallus or something like that.
So wait a minute. What are y'all saying about?
And if you go look up, I ain't did discipleship classes in so long, but feet is phallus.
Okay, I'm trying to understand.
Or phallus. It was.
What are y'all saying about?
It was certain scriptures where they said she went to touch her feet, she went to touch his feet, and that means she was touching his genitals.
Wait. So
yeah.
y'all saying that?
Yeah, look it up. Look it up.
No,
look it up.
I'm trying to understand. So y'all saying that
Chat GPT over there? I see her mouth moving.
You can't use feet.
You're talking to Jorge, nigga. Full conversation.
It's Enrique.
Y'all can't use feet now.
No. I'm saying in the Bible, when you translate feet in the Hebrew, I believe it meant phallus, phallic, or something like that. So when I'm not making nothing up. I'm looking it up now.
So I can't touch her feet?
No, I didn't say that.
Quentin, what are you doing, man?
Why did you save that picture?
Carrie, what do you Carrie,
moments like these?
What are you thinking, Carrie?
I was trying to make sure that I was not incorrect, because I remember at one point somebody had said, not up here, but I remember hearing about sodomy being in the Bible, but then I just looked it up and it's not what I thought it was. So it's not like you can't engage in it. That's all. I was over here trying to.
I thought that the bed was undefiled. Basically, you can do what you want with your chick in the bed.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could, but that doesn't mean you should.
Molly, you're so rigid.
I just see we've been here before. Like, the Roman Empire, they went through all of this too. They were super confused about sex, too indulgent with sex. Men were sleeping with boys. Women were acting like men. We've done this before. There's nothing new under the sun. So
yeah,
no, I don't
Anton,
think
you're right.
I know. I studied it.
Marriage is to be held in honor among all, and the marriage bed is to be undefiled, for God will judge the sexually immoral and adulterers.
Right. It didn't say that it was bad or it was wrong for you to do whatever it is that you wanted with your wife in the bed. Now, if you go and you gonna mess with a boy like the Romans, then that's a completely different conversation. But I don't know how all of this stuff became gay for a dude to bust a chick down. I don't understand that. Now, that may not be my preference. It may not be Slimmy's preference. It may not be Quentin's preference. However, I didn't know that was. It seemed like everything is gay now.
Oh, you talking about anal sex?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Anal, head, all of that junk.
Wait, what?
I've heard women say that guys that like head, that have a preference for head, is gay. I've heard that be said online.
What?
Man, listen, bro. I didn't heard everything.
Yikes.
I've heard everything. Seriously.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's been overly reported that in Hebrew, feet may be a euphemism for male genitals.
Y'all niggas love the internet.
What you mean? I didn't get that from the internet, Quentin.
I didn't say you love the internet. How you know I was talking about you?
Somebody in the
said it
chat
right
said
after?
that it's sus. How is it sus to get head? That sounds crazy.
What?
Well, on a previous stream, someone did say since gay people have anal sex, it's gay to have anal sex with girls. And I guess the same could be so with giving head, because girls give head too, and so do gay men. So that would make that gay, right?
Enrique said, "Why?" He said, "This is something I can say to y'all."
You good?
Y'all don't even want. It's a long story. He said, I could say something like, while the Bible doesn't specifically address anal sex within marriage, we're called to honor each other's bodies, seek mutual consent, and make sure that the intimacy strengthens rather than harms our bond. So I think that if the husband and the wife, like, they get to decide what that looks like. And if that's what they like.
That's what I said, Kerry.
You can have whatever you like.
I have to ask about the feet thing, Slimmy. I never heard of
But
that.
girls do be wanting it in the booty.
Yeah,
even if it's just like little, a little finger, girls be loving that shit.
That's why I know fellatio isn't.
Sorry,
Molly.
Molly.
It's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing new.
Anyways, interesting conversation. Let me read some of these super chats. Dub Murr says saying men have more sex than women is the equivalent of having a level 20 match, not healing your party's health. After attacking a level 25 green dragon using the Chaos Breaker sword.
Yeah, that's a mage. 20 mage. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Slimmy, for clearing that up. I wasn't
like a warlock.
Chef G Rap says, great news, fam. My surgery was a success today. Shout out to Chef G Rap says, I now have the feeling back on my right side and I'm able to speak clearly to all of my fellas. If your body is telling you something, listen to it. Life is too short. Shout out to Chef G Rap, man, and welcome back to the full health. Everything is great. We love that, big dog.
Amen to that.
Full drinking and half thinking. Thank you for the 100 ball, big dog. I appreciate you for holding us down. Yashua says, if Terrence Howard, yellow self, playing Marvin Gaye, F it. Let Slimmy play Gary Coleman. Terrence Howard is a great actor. Danny Shea says, Slimmy said he hit in the pink hole, not the stank hole. Just the brown girl in America says, just like virgin means unwed woman. Sterling says, it's not gay to bust down a chick in the back door. It's in my Anton voice, absolutely gay to bust a chick down in the back door with a ball sack. I don't even know what's going on right now.
What?
More Than Mellow says feet are demonic, says Slimmy. Mr. says, Slimmy, have you been hanging with 2K? What's this Dookie Demon talk? Joshua says, Molly the dopest on here, but she think everything is gay. If your car get declined and you cough with a closed fist, cover your mouth because it's all gay. Just play.
Car get the clock. That's funny. That's funny.
Mr. Robinson says a little brown make you frown mud butt. Gina Dews says, thank you, Carrie. Anton, the marriage bed is undefiled. All these people are not married. Shout out to y'all. We appreciate y'all for holding us down. All right, so let me pivot for a second. I'm going to ask a question before I get over to the next video. The question that I have, and this is largely inspired by a conversation that we was having last night on the Q show, is there is a huge divide and a huge gap, in my opinion, from people that think that it's okay to date younger, and from people that think that is bad, right? That you are a perv, that you are something wrong with you. And obviously it's inspired by this conversation that's around Shannon Sharpe. My position was that it was hypocritical for women to have this disposition, but obviously we know that there's always going to be a double standard in everything, whether it's men and women or women and men. So my question is, in y'all opinion, do you think that it is a problem for older men to date younger legal women? Do you guys think that it's problematic?
Just dating, like dating to what? Like
busting them down, having sex, getting into a whole relationship. Is it problematic for an older man to have a relationship with a younger woman, similarly to what we see happening with Shannon Sharpe?
No, but just to be clear with the woman, that's probably where it's going to end. No.
What do you mean that's where it's going to end?
Like, I think that's the problem. Like when we have this conversation, you just say dating, like for what? Like I don't think there's any history of I think it's very minimal of these gaps and people actually making it to the end in marriage and lasting long. And I don't think that's the norm.
So it's okay if it ended up in marriage.
Sure. Yeah. Why not? I think it's okay regardless. I'm just like, what are we doing? Are we just trying to have sex? Are we trying to like build something long standing? Like, what's the
Does it matter either or?
Yeah.
Why? What does the age have to do with whether or not you just having quick sex or you wind up getting into a long-term marriage / relationship?
Well, when you're just having sex, like most penises fits in most vaginas, so that's where it begins and ends.
Carrie, let me stop with Carrie. I'm gonna go to Ray first. Ray, do you have a problem with older guys talking to younger women that are legal?
No, I wouldn't say I have an issue with it. I don't really see anything wrong with it. Because I think that a lot of young girls, I think that they're encouraged to, like, if they're looking for marriage, to go for a guy that is older than them, for stability purpose. But and I think that if that is the case, that gentleman should actually let them know, if that's not necessarily something that they're looking to do. But other than that, no, I don't.
What's older? Like, what do you mean by older? How many years are we talking?
Doesn't matter. Whatever the age gap is that those two people are okay with, as long as that woman is legal.
Do we agree that most people that get married is probably 5 and like either way, like these huge age gaps isn't like the norm?
I think that it is the norm.
I think I went to school with a bunch of people and I don't know nobody that's doing this.
I think that it is normal for a younger woman or for there to be for a guy to be older than a woman. I think that there has always been a normal thing for a guy to be older than a woman.
Well, how much older, Anton? I asked for a number, sir.
At least 10 years.
Okay.
I don't think it's abnormal to see a 20-year-old talking to a 30-year-old. And I think that a lot of times we then normalize it or we say that it's okay. Somebody's phone.
I gotta go.
I think a lot of times we think that it's the fuck is Quentin doing? What is Quentin doing, bro? Anyways, I think it's normal, especially as you get older, for people to then be okay with the age gap. I don't think it's crazy. If somebody says a 40-year-old woman is talking to a 60-year-old man, nobody is going to blink. But if you see a 20-year-old woman talking to a 40-year-old man, then people are going to start to get a little bit curious and they're going to raise their eyebrows.
Yeah, I think the problem is they only like nobody had a problem with like all those 20-year-old women around Hugh Hefner. He's 80 years old because they were getting resources from that. They were winning off that. They were getting exposure. Nobody had a problem with that. But when it's the other way around, when it's a man, like, and it ain't no resources involved and it's just a regular relationship, I think women be having problems with that shit, man. I don't know why. They let Hugh Hefner get away with it though. But when it's just like a regular guy, they don't be wanting the regular dudes to win. Maybe it's black dudes though, because they had Shannon Sharp's neck.
Everybody has Shannon Sharp's neck.
But I hear a lot of people really just saying it because the girl was young. They're not really saying it. They're not talking about like, they're not saying anything, about her character. They rarely saying anything like, it's just because she was young. Like, that's the main thing I hear people saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only a couple people who I was just like, yeah, why is he with an OnlyFans model? Like, I only heard a couple people say that, but mostly women, they had his neck because she's young. I just don't understand why, like, I guess when black guys do it, it's just an issue. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if that's an issue in other communities though. But in the black community, they don't like that shit.
Molly, do you think that it's a problem?
I'm not a fan of age gap relationships. I don't know if it's a problem. I'm just not a fan, especially if we're talking about an older man and a younger woman. I think that women under a certain age probably shouldn't date men 30 plus.
Under what age?
Probably under the age of 25, 26. I feel like anything younger than that, if he's not your sugar daddy and
Wow.
you're not going to marry him, it's like, what's the relationship about outside of y'all just having sex? I think it's pointless, to be honest.
25, 26?
Any younger than that, 25, 26, I think like once you get that age, you could probably handle dating older men. But I don't know. It gets to a point where I think men need to realize younger women today aren't the same younger women of yesteryear. They don't have,
You don't think
they're not
so?
thinking about, no, they're not thinking about marriage. They're not thinking about settling down and having babies. So it's like, why, as an older man, would you be entertaining somebody 25 or younger? I don't get the point, but
Carrie, do you have a problem with older men dating younger women?
I think there's a lot of variables to consider. Like, I think the intention is real important. Like when I watched that clip of Shannon and he was so adamant about what age he will and won't date, it's kind of like why? Why does she have to be a certain age? And I'm just using him as an example. So it's not to say he's the only guy who I've heard say that. I agree with what Molly was saying. I think if you have a 60-year-old and you have a 40-year-old, it's like, whatever.
What if it's
But
a
if you have
40-year-old?
a 20-year-old and a 40-year-old, or you have a 19-year-old and a 50-year-old, like it starts getting real.
So wait. What if it's so a 20, let's say a 21, 22-year-old and a 40-year-old?
What's the difference?
I'm asking Carrie.
It's still a 20-year age gap.
Would that be a problem? Would that be a problem?
That gets weird because as a 20-year-old, Like this person can't even go buy alcohol. Like
No, I said a 21-year-old.
okay, you just got the ability to buy alcohol at 21.
So
Like
Carrie,
this
if
man
I
could
wind
very
up
well
being
have a
single,
daughter your age, huh?
if I wind up being single, and then is my mic going out too?
No,
Okay.
It might
no,
be
you good.
fixing.
If I wind up being single, and then I got with a girl that was 23, would you be mad at me?
I didn't hear the first part. If you what?
If I wind up being single and then I got with a girl that was 23, would you be mad at me?
I would be like, what's that about?
Why?
Because she's like, what's your daughter, 16, 17?
Mm-hmm.
Because she's closer to your daughter's age than your age. So it would be like, clearly you're not trying to wife her up for the long run. So what is the
What if I was trying to wife her up?
you okay? If it was that, no, that just it just seems like Molly, like you said, it just seems like there's a certain age where it's no. If you can't date somebody in within
You don't even know her yet.
0 to 5 years of your
You
age,
don't know her.
nah.
She's mature.
Okay, so we're on the same page, Carrie. 0
It
to
just
5. Generally.
it just
You don't know her. She's mature.
I don't know, because I keep thinking about seeing that picture of Russell Simmons' daughter with that old man, and that just felt so wrong. It just felt so
Her
wrong. So I
daddy
don't
likes younger
know.
women though, so it's
I
kind
mean,
of
I
like
know I get it. I'm like I get it. And at the
it
end of the
does look wrong
day,
though.
from a law standpoint, if they're an adult, they're an adult. It's just I don't know, certain things that just kind of it looks crazy, and it's like, what is it? Was this genuinely a connection that y'all just couldn't resist, or was it like, no, I target women of a certain age because I know that as a man of my stature, of my this, of my that, I can have them do this, do that. Like I don't know,
So there's no real reason. It's just it don't feel right to you.
it just don't feel right.
You say
Do you agree, Slimmy, or
Like
do you just?
I'm not like a general. Well, in this conversation, I just think to each his own type of thing. Like, and when it comes to me, like I've dated like younger people, and then like I kind of know like it's been multiple. If I find myself thinking that's some young bitch shit, that's when I know that I don't need to do it no more. Because I catch myself thinking that like long time ago, long time ago, I dated a young chick, and while she was talking, I used to like I've been with older women. I'm like this is so dumb. You know what I mean? She just do dumb stuff, say dumb stuff, and you ain't lived the extra so and so amount of years, so you just don't know. So you can't really hold it against them. But I don't think it's sustainable. Generally, it's not. Like even when I dated,
I
her
can't
older,
agree with none of this shit.
even when I dated an older woman, it's backwards when the woman's older. But when I dated an older woman, like the closer, like we started doing whatever when she was like 43, and then as closer that she got to 50 and 55, it was just like our genitals were still like liked each other, but all the other stuff just kind of went away.
You don't agree
Wait,
with
you
what?
started messing with her when she was 43 and you were still kicking it by the time she was 50,
It
getting
was
close to
by the time
55?
she was 61 right now. Is the lady that was on the voicemail?
Oh.
You say because my age, girl. Age ain't nothing but a number.
What, Slimmy? What do you
Number.
what do you
Like
disagree with?
it was. Let me finish this.
I'm not buying this shit. Like all this age gap, that shit don't fucking matter, man. If somebody want to deal with somebody that's older than them, that's their fucking business. Like it don't matter to nobody else. Only thing I don't like, I don't like dudes preying on the high school girls, going back to the high school, driving up there. That's corny. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like driving to the high school to go and check the chicks out. That's corny. Like if you happen to meet them out at the bar, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like 21-year-olds and you 30 or whatever, or even if you my age, you know, and you meet a younger girl at the bar, that's cool. That's just what happens. But going to the high school to go try and pick up chicks, that's weird as fuck. I'm not gonna lie about that. That's some weird shit.
Like
so I got
once these older women like get experience, I don't think they want that because women at age 40 ain't age gapping to 60. Like this is some young 20s, young 30s woman's type of stuff. Like when a woman's been through life experience and knows what she wants, she don't want a considerably older man when she's older. If that makes sense.
well,
Like
the
I don't
thing is,
see no 40-year-old women talking about let me get that 60-year-old dude because he got resources.
it's really just a Western thing, really, honestly. That's just really over here. Cause over there, like they be having arranged marriages with girls. Like I'm not condoning that shit, but sometimes they 13, 14 years old. They gotta marry this dude. They got those arranged marriages like that. So it's really just over here where they really look at where it's unacceptable.
We can't compare the East to us because also I don't even want to go there because it's to 2K's point. In the East, like the whole hitting a woman, like there's like scientifically proven that women that get hit in these, like they don't experience any trauma. As a what are you laughing? Like they don't. Like a woman in the East that gets beat by a man, they said she feels as if the woman thinks that man's a piece of shit, and that's how they feel about it. Woman in the West feels like it's an indictment on who they are. And they don't experience like it's scientifically proven, like they don't feel trauma.
Where is this study at?
On the internet. Like I was listening to a podcast. And I was like, I'll start Googling it. I was like, it's the truth. Like they
got different type of fists over there, huh?
Anyway. It's only the Western women experiencing trauma from getting hit. So maybe y'all should.
I don't know.
Go hang out with
I think
Indian
that watching that video did something to me. It almost seemed like Slimmy, what you were describing, what you said, you don't think that dudes should come preying on high schoolers. Just hearing the way that Shannon Sharp was saying it, it just seemed so.
Oh yeah.
Like, I only want women to like. I don't know. It made me even reconsider it to myself. Like, because I thought 10 years, give or take. And again, like, you can't, some things are, people meet in destiny or whatever you want to call it, is destiny, or it just made sense. But being so adamant about dating a younger woman.
No, but he wasn't talking about a younger woman. I don't think. He just said a sinner. He didn't say a younger woman.
He was joking though. He was joking. He wasn't serious.
Okay, so can we talk to what kind of younger woman dates older man?
You say what?
Like I would say more than likely it's the I don't want to say this incorrectly. I don't want to offend anybody. Yes, Quentin doesn't want to offend anybody. Go fucking figure. I don't think dusty younger women, I think dusty younger women are the only ones that dates the older ones. Like they need the older man. Like I don't know, like say lawyers and doctors aren't dating considerably older men type of thing.
How many lawyers and doctors is 21 years old?
I didn't say 21, just younger. I'm just talking about younger. I didn't say 21. But my best friend's a doctor, and I knew her for her whole life. So, I don't think that's a thing. Actually, she's dating nothing. She's dating a guy that's 5 years younger than her, so that's kind of awkward. But whatever.
There's nothing that a younger chick could. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man.
I think that.
What am I gonna do with you? You don't know nothing about life. I don't want to talk to nice.
I think it has to be a real special guy. Cause
You what?
I dated an older guy.
How'd you feel about it? How'd it make you feel?
Well, I didn't find out how old he was until after we kind of were, talking and stuff like that. But sometimes it made me feel like, wait, is this bad? Is this wrong? And then
Come on, Carrie,
man,
give it to me. Give it
I
to me,
wish I
Carrie.
knew God the way I know him now. Then Lord Jesus. I see, that's what I'm saying. I had to really challenge myself because this was me. And while I would like to think that we had like a good connection and I would like to think I was mature enough for him, he definitely took advantage of the fact that I was young, where I like that I was still in a young kind of a space head wise. You know what I'm saying?
I like knowing is a lot. Like knowing, like it doesn't absolve like the feeling. You know what I mean? Like I had a girlfriend. She was doing her clinicals for being a nurse, and she went to talk to this old man in this nursing home. She talked to him for 2 hours. He was great, and at the end of her thing, they was like he killed like 8 people. And it changed everything that she thought about this dude for 2 hours.
No, I was not for the streets. He was just older. Like, why does that mean that I'm for the streets? But technically speaking, I guess that is kind of for the streets because you're doing stuff you had no business doing. But
I'm glad
yeah.
I'm glad you learned, Miss Spencer.
But this whole thing has made me have to really challenge my thought on it because yeah. And it was a 12-year difference.
I wish you were my mother, Carrie, if we weren't so close.
It's not that big of a gap.
You'd be a great mother.
Well, yeah.
It was
a sugar daddy who was old. But it was literally just we would go out to eat. He would take me shopping. It would literally be things like that. There was no future there. That's why I'm
so
like,
you were
man,
the dusty needing something from the man.
I don't think I was dusty. No.
Well, so you weren't looking for a future.
What the fuck, Quinn?
So Molly,
no one's ever called Molly dusty. My bad.
Molly, you weren't looking for a future.
With an older man who's buying me things and things like that, I'm not looking at him as a husband, no. At that point in time, no.
See, I was
completely single at that time, but I no. And he had a lot of money, so it was like other girls, and it's like, no, you kind of know better.
I later learned that there was other girls.
Fuck around and find out.
Women are so stupid. Not y'all.
No, I was, Quentin, I was stupid. I for sure
Women
was.
Are so fucking dumb.
I absolutely was, and that's
Ray,
why
you're not included either.
That's why I said the intention is important. Because why do you want a younger woman? Because we might be stupid
so
at that point.
Fucking dumb.
I think he just
like
being around with younger women.
Y'all niggas don't know when y'all would coming or y'all going, and it's y'all niggas.
What is wrong with this dude, man?
I ain't gonna crash out.
Well, men know this. Then what's the point of y'all trying to date younger women if y'all know we don't?
It's not even about the older women. Across the board, nigga, age 0 to infinity, y'all niggas is fucking stupid.
How was I? I was 20. I was 26.
What you slipping through it?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh man. That's a crash out, boy.
Quentin,
and you know how I believe what I'm saying because I ain't laugh about it. That's how you know I'm feel for real because I ain't laugh about it.
Boy, that is a crash out. Shit.
I'm not crashing out. I'm just telling how I feel about women.
Oh, bro, that's a crash out, bro. That's some savage shit. That's some savage shit,
that's
bro.
how most men feel about women. Most of y'all think they were dumb.
And like, but it's probably like every time you deal with a new woman, then you realize like women don't really have nothing to bring to the table but some box.
Listen, we don't judge.
We listen, we don't judge. Y'all judging in the comments.
Oh my God.
Fuck,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Ray, would you like to add to
I
this?
hope I didn't offend you, Ray. I apologize.
No, you did not.
Ray, would you like to add to
No.
this conversation? Life experiences.
Um, I don't. I compared to y'all, I don't think I have any. I'm a pass. But
she said, "I'm normal. Fuck this."
okay, I have to be honest. There was a guy that I did. It was a Starbucks. It was a Starbucks date. Hold on. Um, this guy looked. Don't do that,
I don't know what
Anton. Come back here.
I'm chilling. Okay, I'm back. I'm holding your hand.
No, literally. He looked as if he was. I was 21 at the time, and he looked like he was about maybe 27, 28. I kid you not. And this man told me he was 45. I never spoke to him again after that.
Why you ain't speak to him again?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Cause she mean. She don't know what she want. All women aren't dumb, but just like
I said I was 21 at the time, and that
We
was a
can
no for
easily get
me.
caught up in our own imagination of what could be. We can easily get caught up in it, and a guy can see that and take advantage of it.
Well, how did they take advantage of y'all?
Like I don't mean take advantage. Well, it is technically it could be deemed negative, but I mean like take advantage of it. Like, oh, this is an opportunity. I could play into this. Not that the guys are not genuinely interested in to some degree, but yeah, I think guys know like, oh, she is so wrapped up in me right now. Like, I'll tell her I love
that's a
her.
good feeling
I'll
though.
tell her
When a
that.
woman's wrapped up in you and she like loves your dirty balls, that's like an amazing feeling. Until it's not.
Quinn, what do you think about what do you think about women?
Like, what do you mean? Like in totality, as of today, April the 29th,
Mm-hmm.
I think they're great. I think they I think in a man's life they serve their purpose for what I think everyone where you are today is where you're supposed to be to get to where you're going.
Boo.
What?
You
Like,
supposed to keep
if you're like,
crashing, man. What the fuck is this?
I
do you
don't think
mean?
he was
I'm not
crashing out. I think he
crashing.
was just being real.
I think that's weird. Like, and I think, like, I see women in my past, and I fucked up sometimes. That makes me sad, but I didn't know no better. And then I also see women in my present, and I think I probably wanted more than I should have, and I probably shouldn't have done that. But a pretty face will make me do some dumb shit. But
This shit is hilarious.
I think I want to be married though, so I think women are good. Most women are good. But
That is so hilarious. It's just the funniest segment.
Like I think Carrie's a good person. If I can find Carrie just like 5 years younger, that'd be preferred.
You don't want no Carrie, bro. Trust me.
Yes, I do. She gonna stay home. She gonna clean. She gonna wash my hair. I ain't gotta wash my own hair.
You do not want you. Listen.
Yo,
I know a lot of people.
My husband thinks I try to drown him when I wash his hair.
I know a lot of people think that they want to carry. They don't.
What is that supposed to mean?
She gonna talk back. She gonna yeah.
No, I'm telling y'all, I have been doing so good.
Since you got into that scripture?
I have been doing so good. Woo,
you see, she ain't deny it. You see, she ain't deny it.
You don't want that shit. You don't want that. I'm telling you.
Boy, that is a savage right there, man. Good. That is a savage. You gotta pay attention.
Telling you.
You got to pay attention.
Think you want it till you get it, then you.
If you want what until you can get it,
I carry.
I think Carrie might have a little bit of spite. She might have a little bit of spite tucked away.
Think like
just
Carrie,
a little, not a lot. Not a lot.
As of today is really grounded in her faith, so her husband's probably getting the best version of her right now today.
Yeah,
nigga, you want to pray every day?
I will.
What's wrong
See,
with you?
this is
No,
what.
Quentin.
Okay, like
Quentin.
listen. Like most
Anton,
people
you
don't
say
know
you
this.
pray every day, and Rita prays over
Throw
you
it over
every
your
day.
head.
I pray
Everybody
every
not
day.
me. Everybody not me.
But-
I ain't talking about me.
He trying to call you a heathen, Quentin.
People don't know this about me, but when we have these conversations about religion, like I know the Bible front to back, but giving how my life is and how I portray myself, I'm not the one to be pushing that out. If you're not living in the word, if you're not showing the word, if I can't know that you are what you preach, don't talk to me about God. It's better from somebody else, not me. Just saying.
Y'all think y'all want it? Okay. Nigga, you want an accountability partner for real? For real?
See, I don't do nothing wrong. Like when I'm in a relationship, I
It
literally
sounds
don't do shit
sucks.
wrong, bro.
You,
You say you perfect in a relationship?
You said
do
what?
you want an accountability partner, nigga?
Well, women aren't generally accountable, so no.
Listen,
No,
listen,
there's nothing for me to
Women gonna hold you accountable though. Women,
I pay the bills and I
gonna
fling
hold
some
you
monkey
accountable.
cock, and that's all I got to do. What else you want me to do?
You say what?
Nothing.
What multi? What?
What you just say?
My thing went out. He said multi.
I said I pay the bills and I sling some monkey cock. What else you want me to do?
No, nigga, that's not enough for it.
I didn't want to say it again.
Not enough, nigga. See how disappointed she got?
It's not. You're right. It's not enough. They're gonna find something wrong.
Nigga, that's not enough.
No, it ain't.
They ain't
You're
gonna
right.
find, they ain't gonna find nothing wrong.
Yes, they are. You gotta hit them emotionally. You gotta be present just enough and stay away just enough. And
okay, go ahead, get you one. See what happened.
Who are you talking to?
Get you a carry, nigga.
There ain't no more carries. 1-on-1. She out
Get
of
you
there.
one. Get you one and see what happens.
Cooked.
This is gonna be a whole nother conversation. We ain't
Oh my god!
ain't gonna even be the same, Quentin.
What do you mean? What do you think I am?
He doesn't know what he's.
I know exactly what I mean. Carrie, you think that somebody? You think that? Okay, all right. Since y'all want to go down this path, let's go ahead and go down the path.
Don't do it.
Let's go down this path. Carrie, you think
I'm gonna go get me an alcoholic beverage. I'll be back.
Carrie, you think that guys are built to talk to you?
What?
To another version. If you duplicated yourself, you think that guys would be happy with dealing with a you?
What does that mean?
Carrie, you know what it means. You're very smart.
Now that I think about it, Anton's probably right. You're right. You gonna call a nigga on everything. You ain't gonna let shit slide.
I just said that. I just said that.
What are y'all talking about?
She gonna be mad.
I mean, no, it's great. Listen, I'm not saying that she's a very great person, but I'm saying that
you ain't gonna get away with
nigga,
nothing.
if you're not ready, then leave that type of woman alone.
I think men know what kind of women they can play with.
Because people look at her and they looking at the outside, they looking at the fact that she's growth minded and all of that shit. Nigga, is you ready to have an accountability partner or no? If that's not what you're ready for, then nigga, keep going. Some of us want some hoes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of us want a woman that's not gonna hold it. We don't need all of that shit at that moment in her life. If you're not ready to deal with a certain type of woman at that time, nigga, keep walking because you are going to I'm just telling you. So, you know, she cute and all, but that cute shit going
I think I
it's
need
different when you gotta live with it.
I think I should probably my next woman should be like a 3. A 3, a 3 or 4 with makeup on, and like a 2 without makeup is what I should probably go for.
So listen, I'm just saying, like,
She's gonna be respectful,
yeah,
she's gonna
unless
be
you
grateful, and all that stuff.
Some niggas is not ready to go to heaven yet.
What? As long as you pray and forgiveness, you're ready to go to heaven like the very next day.
Nah, some niggas is not ready for righteousness' sake, nigga.
You can't say go to heaven righteousness' sake, nigga.
I just said it.
Hey man, I think Quentin got to be demoted, man.
I'm already in the last
spot. I'm over this last spot.
No. He can't.
The only other spot that there is.
He can't keep timing. He can't keep timing people out, man.
Who I time out now?
Don't
you timing people out, bro?
I haven't timed nobody out in a minute.
He timing out mods though, man.
I haven't timed no mod out in like 10 minutes.
Time out people, bro. Come on.
When was the last time I timed somebody out?
I'll just say you can't keep.
Nigga, that was like over an hour ago.
Come on, Quinn. You timing out mods, bro? What kind of shit is that?
I'll tell you later. Bye.
Come on, Quinn.
You can't. You cannot, bro.
Come on, Quinn. You can't be heavy-handed like that, bro.
What are you talking about? That was over an hour ago.
I got see him time anybody based off of okay. So let's put Quentin on trial right now, y'all. I have Molly, I have Ray, New Eyes, and I have Carrie. All right, and so we know that we're going to give Quentin a fair trial right now.
Well, I'm about to
so based off of the fact that based off of what we've seen Quentin do with a heavy hand, we have 4, and then I'm gonna be the tiebreaker. Should Quentin be demoted from super mod privileges to regular mod privileges? Molly, what do you think? Should Quentin keep his super mod privileges or should he be demoted?
He should keep his mod privileges. I just need for you to tear up some people on the Anton Daniels channel when I'm in the chat.
Okay.
I got you.
All right, so we got one keep. Slimmy is obviously saying demotion. Ray, should Q Diddy keep his super mod privileges or no?
Can I ask any questions as to why he timed somebody out an hour ago?
Ask him whatever you want.
This is a Supreme Court. I am not willing to ask those questions in public.
Okay, so he doesn't have to
well,
answer.
Then I think he should get demoted.
He doesn't have to answer that, but the thing is, he just did it again.
Okay, so
if y'all want to have this discussion right now, we can have this discussion right now.
Have the discussion.
Well, then stop fucking asking me questions.
All right, so Gary,
I have a very valid reason why I time.
No, I'm sorry. Give me a second. It's 2 that's saying that he should be demoted. Carrie, do you think that Quentin should be demoted to regular mod or should he stay super mod?
Because we can't have context, I say regular mod because I don't know why he just did what he just did.
So that's 3 in vote of Quentin.
Nah, he cannot. He can't discuss it.
I literally can't discuss. Like I have a very valid reason for doing it.
Don't discuss it. Don't. Just.
I disagree.
Just take the demotion. Just take the demotion. You don't want him to get demoted, Anton?
Well, no, it's already 3-1, so it doesn't matter what I think.
Thanks, Carrie.
I don't have
I'll give you the context in the group chat.
Okay, well, if I have context, then my decision might be different.
Quentin, can you please comment? Can you please comment in the chat, Quentin?
In the group chat?
No, in the regular chat.
No, absolutely
He ain't going down.
Hey, I just know, nigga, you ain't gonna be throwing shots at me when I got a big wrench, nigga.
Quinn, can you please comment in the chat, please?
Oh my god.
I am an dot. And my
Oh
hands
my
slip every now and again.
God.
Quentin, why are you not
What'd you
commenting in the
say?
chat?
What is that a comment in the chat?
Because he needs
Y'all
you to
trying to
comment
set-
to try to
You just
demote
gotta
you.
type a word.
I'm not saying it.
Comment in the chat, Quentin.
Type in coins.
Well, Quentin, if
I have
you
to
go,
comment so you can. Nope,
if you
nope.
go,
I got a comment for
okay,
you.
go in the
Fucking baby.
Quentin, put it in the back chat. Back chat, because I might change my vote.
No, I have to comment in the chat for him to demote me. So if I
Just-
comment, he can't demote me.
No, I'm saying comment in our text group. Because then I might change my vote.
All right, I'm about to get Carrie to change her vote. Hold up.
I can demote it right now.
Carrie, you don't never respond to my DMs. You always leave me on red.
Hey,
Let's
you
see.
never DM me.
Yeah, I do, and you leave me on red every single time.
Quentin, I have never received a DM from you on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I have
I'll
never.
be liking your posts and stuff and trying to give you some inspiration, and you don't never.
I have no messages from you on Instagram.
Quentin, I've demoted you.
Do not react, Carrie.
Now,
Okay.
Quentin, now you have to comment.
I changed my vote.
Quentin, you have to comment. It's too late. You had already voted against me.
I love you, Molly. You're a real down person. Ray shouldn't have ever been a part of this discussion because she don't know me or anything else.
I'm sorry,
Quentin. Now you got to comment so I can give you my regular mod privileges now.
It's fine. Nope, I'm good.
I get
it. Come on, Quentin. I would like to make you a moderator. Can you please comment, please?
I don't care to moderate this channel anymore.
I'm throwing tantrums.
I am turning in my resignation to after hours, and y'all won't see me in this space no more. This is my last night, nigga. End of watch.
What's the one nigga name? Don't turn into him. I got put on the pimp.
Nigga, I'm Freezy, nigga. The junior, nigga.
No, not Freezy, nigga. No, it was the moderator. The moderator. Your car, what's his name? The moderator that was on Pip.
Oh, I know who you're talking about from the after hour show. Yeah. Yeah. Quentin, can you please, Quentin? I'll give you regular moderator privilege.
I don't. If I don't have the power.
If
I don't have the super power, I don't want none.
All right, I'm gonna give you super mod privileges.
You are lying to me, and I thought we were friends.
I just said I'm gonna give you super mod privileges.
You not give it to me. You never took them back from me. This is.
How you gonna blame me? They're the ones that voted against you.
They didn't have any context.
Yeah, we had no context.
Because there's one person I timed out. I never timed out your car. I don't time out our streets. There's one person that be throwing shots, and I ain't having it.
That's not right, though.
Can't do that.
That's not right, though, Quentin.
Can't do that.
Quentin, you can't do that, bro.
I can't do what?
You can't. You can't do stuff against people because I can't say anything.
There will be no context to this conversation, and it's better left done.
Quentin, can you please comment so that I can make sure that I add you as a super mod again?
I don't want to be a mod. I just want to be a normal person, a normal panelist. Most of everybody was normal panelists until like a week ago. I just want to be normal. I'm staying out the chat. Y'all rock.
Man, why are you being emotional?
I'm not being emotional. This is actually Slimmy's fault. Slimmy brought some shit up that happened an hour and a half ago.
Oh, well, I thought no. I'll tell you. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later.
Quinn, you're not regular. We would like for you to be irregular.
Nope, I'm regular. I'm just a regular schmegular in this bitch.
Carrie, do you think that Q Diddy is overreacting?
To you right now?
Yeah, in general.
I'm gonna say no, because now that I have more context, I'm just gonna trust.
How do you have more context? Where did you get more context from?
My phone is literally blowing up right now. For context,
He sent it to me.
Stop talking, Carrie.
Sorry.
Am I on?
I'm gonna block Anton from the group chat. I got my privilege in the group chat.
No, this.
I don't see anything. You didn't put nothing in the group chat.
You just told Carrie.
Oh, so y'all got a secret conversation then, huh? What the fuck is going on here? Y'all got a special relationship. That's not right. Quentin, can you please type in the chat, please, sir?
Oh, dang, I almost did to our streets. No. I don't know what you're talking about, our streets. I don't know what you're talking about.
Would y'all tell Quentin to just put Q in the chat?
Why do I need to type in the chat?
Because I need you as a moderator.
No, you don't. Because apparently, even your car don't even be letting me like time out normal people. That nigga in the car be like, nope.
Your car be timing people out because they say stuff about you. What you talking about?
If I time somebody out for 30 minutes, your car be like, nope.
No, he just don't let you do it for 30 minutes. He gonna let 30 minutes excessive. I only timed out Cypher 30 minutes because he was spamming my name in the chat.
I think Slimmy and Anton, you guys are being bad people today. I think you.
I let them vote.
I think you guys are being inappropriate, and I don't appreciate it.
I let them vote.
Nope, and I think what freaking Carrie put in the back chat is 1,000% correct, and you should not have never done it.
I don't see anything in the back chat.
No, in the group chat.
In the group
chat.
Let me see.
How?
Can I time Carrie out in the group chat?
No, not in the group chat.
I'm about to leave the group chat. I'm out of here. Y'all nigga, I left the one on Instagram. I'm leaving the iPhone one now. I'm out.
Can't leave that one. That was for the show.
Nigga, I'm out of here, nigga. Y'all got me fucked up.
Well, while we wait on Quentin to calm down, let's read some of these super chats. So wait, feet mean meat in Hebrew. Wrong brew. What? Captain Coke says no. Gotta hold your grandma and granddad accountable for the 15 and 25-year age gap too. Says Nandre. MP says no. Only old aged out women have a problem with it.
Yeah, I think that's
Calypso says Hugh Hefner was considered a business more than anything else. I think that's why they overlooked it. Shout out to Calypso. Let me see what else we got. Captain Coke says, what does a 56-year-old man have in common with a 19? Sterling sings, I think that younger women prefer older men and older men prefer younger women for obvious reasons. Captain Coke says she was 19. Let's not cap. The Shewater says Marvin Gaye after Marlon Brando. Ugh, that sounds so nasty. JY says it's all jealousy, Anton. Older women are pissed because they can't be that 24-year-old dating a rich dude anymore. They miss that power of the youth. Trev says, why can't Carrie ever give an initial yes or no answer and then elaborate? It's not that hard, Carrie. Bob Brown says, absolutely not. Women are all for age gap dating when they're young. As soon as they get old, no longer have the power, and then they have a problem with it. Stop letting women dick police you fellas. Shout out to Chris Spears. I appreciate you. Chris Spears says, wasn't Boaz significantly older than Ruth? Husbands should be older than their wives, so there's some inherent respect there. But there is an extreme. I say greater than 10 years. Men date younger if they still want more children. A.R. Smitty said, thank you. I appreciate you, Chris Spears. A.R. Smitty says, I'm looking for my Brown Bay author right now. Peppermint Bay B says, what if it was two men like a 19-year-old guy instead? Reaper says, younger women tend to have less bodies and trauma. Older women tend to have more trauma bodies and are stuck in their ways and not submissive and masculine. Tyron the Tyrant says these girls know what they are getting into. Kids are growing up fast. They lose their innocence and naivety. Younger women are younger than previous generations due to social media and their peers. Ismail says, I'm 51 and dated women 10 to 20 years younger. This is what men want. Legal youth, beauty, and maybe kids. Women age like milk and cars, and men age like wine. Joshua says, for 100 M's, I'll take a chick with a 10 o'clock bedtime. Jesus fucking Christ. Who fall asleep with her glasses on and put her aloe vera on her face before bed. Jesus, what is wrong with y'all niggas? High Tolerance says, geriatrics out here getting suited up and KY for the buzz down and the copper fit socks with matching knee brace. Ain't nobody got time for that. Chef G says, Carrie, who are you? Rock says, the feeling you're having, Carrie, is called the ick. Me University says, I'm stuck, dad. Zero wisdom, shaking my head, horny ass. New Ball says, they never going to tell you shit after TN, you judge them. I don't know what TN is. Carrie, was he a dirt mert, says Mayor. Rob says, women are not dumb, they just do dumb-ish. Tyron the Tyrant says, Carrie seems warm, loving, supportive, but there's a hidden layer. I see what you're getting at, AD. Ando says, Carrie is short for Karen. How do we get on the after hours show? You have to be picked. Ismail says, Q, you can't be with the 2 or 3. They think that they're 10s nowadays. Plus, you'll get bored with them and you'll be frustrated with their ugliness. Keep Q. Mr. Robinson says to all of the guys on the panel, who do you think is easygoing? Who do you think the easygoing, comfortable women to be with on the panel? Carrie, Molly, Mika, Jazz, Q, or Rhea? McTwiz says, I fuck with Q because he reminds me of Darth Vader. He wants all of the smoke, but at the end of the day, homie is just misunderstood. Hashtag Mo DQ Diddy laughing my ass off. Tyron the Tyrant says, nah, some people deserve to get timed out. Some people deserve to get timed out. There was a dude in the chat before the TJ ad that was having a full-blown conversation in the chat, spammed 8 messages and got timed out.
Yeah, that was
Rob says free Q Diddy. I tried to free him. I tried to give him a what did Biden give his
pardon?
Son? I tried to give him a pardon, yeah. So nobody want to speak on Bill Belichick and his girlfriend, Crucify Shannon. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We rock with y'all.
I wrote in the chat, give me what's rightfully mine. I use my super rinse with amazing discretion.
Hold on, let me see. What is Quentin? Where do you wrote?
Right there. Quentin? I said super rich.
Super rich in all caps.
Hold on. Let me see. I can't find it. Hold on.
What you mean? The only shit that's in super caps.
I might have to refresh. Somebody else wrote, let Quentin have a super wrench. Chef G wrote in all caps. Hold on, let me see something. Where's Q Diddy? Comment again, Q Diddy.
I did. I just said super wrench now, nigga.
What if we start you off as a regular moderator and then we upgrade you as the day goes on?
Oh no, man.
All right, we gave Q Diddy a super wrench again. Let's hope that he operates with a little bit more discretion this time. He got his super wrench. All right, I'm gonna start off with
I don't like this.
What do you mean? You got your super wrench.
I don't like it. I feel like it's not as important anymore.
Why does Carrie have a?
It's lost its luster.
Why does Carrie have a hand brace?
She has carpal tunnel.
Oh, carpal tunnel. I got you.
No, I have what I think is a ganglion cyst here and here, and I need to go get a my cousin said I need to go get a biopsy. So my wrist is really sore. So if I put this on, it kind of stabilizes my thumb so my wrist doesn't move so much and then it goes down some.
See, you ready to deal with a chick that needs you to have that good insurance? Y'all ready to deal with a chick that needs that good insurance? It's different.
Yeah, you definitely
I have
gotta have
great
some good
insurance.
insurance because I go to all types of
I
specialists
have
and
great
doctors
insurance,
and
and
nutritionists, and I will go to a doctor.
Yeah, nigga, make sure you get that good copay, all of that shit. Mm-hmm.
But I will manage it. I'll make your appointments. I will. Well, I'm not advertising myself. I got a husband. I do that for him. But yeah, a woman like me will take care of all your appointments and all that good stuff.
See what I'm saying? Y'all not ready for that shit. All right, so I'm gonna go to Ray, and then I'm gonna come to Molly, and then we're gonna go to Carrie, and then obviously we're gonna open it up for everybody, but we're gonna go in that order. So a woman is saying that men that are broke are mean. And this is the way she described it. I'm gonna go ahead and add this up to the screen, and then y'all give me y'all thoughts after. I'm only gonna play a little bit of it. Hold on, let me.
Broke men are mean. Okay, they are mean because they are not happy with themselves, and a man's ability to provide is essential to his confidence, to his self-esteem, just like the way a woman looks is very much associated with how she feels about herself and affects her confidence and her self-esteem. Obviously, rich men can be mean too, okay? But what I'm telling you is, as a whole, 98.9% of men who cannot provide for themselves, like basic necessities that need somebody else to help them with food, shelter, and transportation, men that are not in a place where they want to be in their life, where they are frustrated for prolonged periods of time, they need outlets to vent that frustration. If a man is broke, chances are it's not one day of being broke. It's months, it's years of not being able to do what he needs to do. And there is a pent up frustration, and he will take it out on the people that are closest to him. The number one person he's taking that out on is his significant other.
So she goes on to explain a little bit more, and she goes into more detail. But for the most part, she's basically saying that men that do not have themselves together financially tend to be very, very, very mean towards the women that they are in a relationship with. Ray, do you agree? Yes or no, and why? And then Molly, and then Carrie, and then we're gonna open it up and let everybody else rock.
Um, I would say, generally speaking, yes, but not in the same context in which she mentioned it. Um, as far as I don't think that a man taking his frustrations out on people around, I don't think it's intentional. I think that there is a certain level of emotional intelligence that his woman may um, have to obtain in order to deal with that, if that is his situation. But um, I don't I don't see it being I guess I don't see her point for the most part. I think that yes, he can be very irritable. I think that yes, it's a possibility that he can definitely not be fit to deal with all the time. But I don't think that's a huge issue. There's a reason for it. Either you, as his woman, are going to be understanding or you're not.
Molly.
If I have to be objective, my honest opinion is no. I don't want to say they're mean because they're broke. Because if they were mean, broke men are having a lot of kids, so they can't be that mean because women are still sleeping with them. So I'm gonna say no. Can't be that mean if you still women still lining up to sleep with you. They're still having babies.
Carrie.
Um, no, I don't think that all broke men are mean.
All right, cool. So Q Diddy Slimmy, what are y'all thoughts on this?
I'm broke. I'm not mean.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of women are like they like try to generalize men in some of the worst ways that they can for everything now. And because the lack of means would most likely keep anyone frustrated, it's just easy to just say, like, yeah, broke men. I mean, I think anybody who's lacking resources is going to be mean at some point. They're going to be frustrated. They're not going to be content with what's going on. I don't think you could just limit it to just men. I think that's anybody, like anybody who's broke. You know what I'm saying? But, it's going to always be an overwhelming voice that wants to. I'm just starting to feel like some women, they just want to tear men down. They just want to be able to speak negatively about men because something is amiss with them and the men that they've dealt with. Ultimately, I think that's probably what her issue is. That chick or whatever, she didn't get the men she wanted. I don't know, but it just seems like it
Speaking
seems so easy. It just seems so easy for some people to just try and tear motherfuckers down over everything.
speaking as a broke man, speaking as a broke man, I feel like I have to be nicer.
You don't qualify, bro. You're not broke, man. So I'm not even gonna listen to you on this.
No, stop.
It's no
I have,
point.
I have to be nicer
It's no
to
point.
the women to overcome my financial or lack thereof resources and stuff. So I have to be more nice.
I'm gonna take a little bit different of approach on this one. I think that guys that don't have resources, and when I say don't have resources, I'm not saying in comparison to other guys, but I think that when you don't have the ability to feed yourself or to not even just feed yourself, but you have to then be dependent on another woman. You got to use her car. You got to move back in with your parents involuntarily, not voluntarily. I think that yes, guys get fucking mean when they don't have resources to take care of themselves. I think that they start to take it out on people that surround them, and people with resources tend to be nicer, in my opinion. When they got their lives together, when things are going well financially, it don't even matter if everything else go wrong because they know that they know that they're gonna be back. You know what I'm saying? Back on top in a week or so, or in a month or so, or whatever. But yes, I do think that shit. I experienced it in my own goddamn chat. When I start talking about money and people be trying to humble me, I'll be like, "What's up, bro?" No, everybody ain't got money like that. And then I go to their channel, and I do. I go and visit you motherfuckers' channels. I go and see y'all Instagram profiles and shit, and you motherfuckers, and I see it. I see it all over you. And so, yes, I do think that people that don't have resources tend to be mean motherfuckers. And usually they take it out on the people that surround them. I know how I felt when I went broke way back in 2008. And I was irritable. It was difficult for me to think right. I was making fumbles and bad decisions because my mind was all fucked up. And I just had to get on my grind and I had to stay out the fucking way because that stuff was stuff that didn't mean anything. You start snapping at small shit that you know what I'm saying you normally wouldn't pay attention to because it's more meaningful. You start asking her why she spent too much money on shit that she would normally spend money on. Hell yeah, that shit start to affect you. You start to, you know what I'm saying, penny pinch, nickel and dime. Oh, why? So you man, shit, bro. I remember one time I was so fucking broke that we had a family event. Like you know how you go to somebody's birthday party. Somebody told me to eat before I come. That shit pissed me the fuck off, bro. Cause you know what I'm saying, I ain't had a bread, I ain't had the resources. Somebody's like, "Oh, you should just eat before you come." I was like, "Man, shut the fuck up, bro." Like that shit is aggravating, bro. Like, nigga, don't tell me to eat before I come, nigga. It's hard out here. Like
Yeah,
I'm
but that don't mean that doesn't qualify as someone being mean, though.
no, but I got aggravated in my soul because nigga was telling me like they was trying to give me some decent advice so that I could just be sociable. And I'm like shit. And I might have been having a bad day that day, but like I'm telling you, bro, like certain things, if I'm just being honest and transparent, When your money is fucked up, every motherfucker don't get a pass.
I don't think I'm with Slimmy though. I don't think that's just unique to men though. I think that that's anybody. I think that if you have a great deal of stress for whatever the reason, whether it's lack of resources, whether it's whatever, and you're dealing with the stresses of it, yeah, you probably gonna be irritable to a lot of people, especially if you have kids, if you have a spouse. Like I took her talking man, woman, that's it. I don't know. I don't think it's unique to men.
I do. I think because our ability to be providers and a lot of our um masculinity is tied into our ability to be dependent on.
Yeah,
If
but
I
I
hey,
think that.
listen, if
Oh,
I gotta
sorry.
ask my girl to use her car, that shit is humiliating, bro.
Yeah, but y'all have said that women will, and I agree with this. That if times are crazy, it's probably just as easy for a woman to be like, why you don't to spaz out on her man? Like, why you don't never have no money? Why we always broke? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, I hear you. I think that you guys are more likely to be stressed for the reason of feeling like you can't provide. And I think a woman is more likely to be stressed from why can't you provide? Why are
Because
we in
like
this
let's say for example, you know what I'm saying, she just gave you some good pussy or whatever, she gave you that good loving. And this shit is that shit is miserable. Being broke is like one of the most miserable things on earth for a guy. Like let's say for example, like y'all get into it. Let's say y'all get into it and you don't really have as much control because it's like you living with her.
Whoa.
Or y'all only got one fucking car and it's in her name. You know what I'm saying? Like the conversation is just fucking different. It's just different all the way across the board. Or let's say she get real irritable and she say some shit to you like, and don't take my car.
But see that's her
Would you
being mean first. That's her
Well,
no,
being
women,
mean first.
no, because you about to leave and it's like, no, don't take my car. That's my car.
women do. I was living with a girl in the interim between like apartments, and she kicked me out.
See what I'm saying? You got put out. Look how you just started laughing. Look how you started laughing. You see that?
I remember it. I remember it. Like,
Why she
and
kick you out?
it was like 2000, and like I was broke. It was like wait, long time ago, long time ago, because I was texting a friend from high school that I was gonna come hang out.
Oh no, you wasn't.
Was that Molly? But it wasn't. It
Not
wasn't
while you
like
living in
it
my
was.
house. No.
It wasn't. It
See
wasn't
what I'm
like on
saying?
some
See what
like
Carrie
we
just
about to
said?
fuck you.
What
Like
did just Carrie just say? Now we're living in my house.
exactly. You're literally proving a point.
Because see, when you got money and you got everything taken care of, you basically you do what the fuck you want to do. But see, if you ain't got money and you playing video games,
But that's what I'm saying, Anton. I think that in general,
you
if
don't get
you
the
have
same
the,
type of grace.
I think in general, if you have the means and the resources to move how you want to move, man or woman, I think in general, you'll probably be a more pleasant, happy person in general. And in general, if you don't, then yeah, it's probably easier for you to be irritable and therefore come across as mean
When
to
you don't have
somebody.
resources, your girl got to tiptoe around you. She got to
You say
tiptoe.
you talking back.
They got to tiptoe around your feelings because they want to go out, but they don't want to ask you because they don't want you to feel inadequate. So they, you know, can you take me out? And then that nigga snap. I'm trying. You know the money is tight and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, telling you, bro, it's bad.
I think the lady was just trying to take it to the extreme with it. Just I think she was just trying to bash men
I don't
who
think she was bashing
don't
him.
have the resources.
I
No, I
think she
mean
was.
she took it to the extreme because, like you said, for men who don't have the resources or who are going through a tough time and they just so happen to be with a woman at the time, there, I think that basically what she was trying to communicate was that the man that you're with is just not who he normally is. He's just on a daily basis. If he's going through that, he's he wakes up irritable. He goes to bed irritable, and you being in his space may even irritate him more, even if you're not trying to. Um,
She went on to elaborate, and she specifically was saying that not guys that are going through something or something like that at the time, but like not if you're just going through a dark moment, but guys that inherently is this way. You are going to depend on your parents for a long time. You know, all of that type of stuff. I could play a little bit more if y'all want me to play it, but I just wanted to play the
I would
clip notes.
I would think that a guy who's just gonna be broke would probably be less likely to be mean than the one who's going through a moment in time.
right.
Disagree.
Because if you're choosing to just stay in that, then I don't know. I feel like you would learn how to just be a regular person through it, as
She was
opposed to
telling
somebody.
women to not get into situationships with men that are forever struggling.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
at
that
her,
that
I
I
mean,
knew that's what she was alluding to. I knew that's what she was alluding to.
but she's probably also talking about her own situation. Like, I don't know, when people make videos like that, especially at her, I don't know her
She's
age,
projecting.
but she doesn't look like she's 25.
Yeah, I think
It
that's what
sounds
she
like
was
she's
doing. She was
probably
talking to the younger
projecting.
girls and trying to give them the game on how to not, you know what I'm saying, be getting your ass kicked. Like I don't see guys with a lot of resources beating ass. I'm just telling the truth. Like I don't see guys with a lot of resources kicking ass.
You mean beating a woman?
Yes.
You know a lot of guys who beat women, period.
No, but I know that women that tend to be in situations that they get their ass kicked, they always have trying to figure out a shelter. They always trying to like they don't have the resources to be able to get the fuck out of there and stuff like that.
Now
Like
that's because the dude don't want him to go nowhere.
I agree, but it's not. It's
It
also
ain't
not.
because they ain't got no money. Because I know some.
No, no. I'm sure. Listen, I'm
It's
sure
some
that there.
dudes.
I know that there are some people. I'm not saying this as a monolith, right? I'm not saying that
They
it's all. I'm saying that generally, in most instances, the people that I see struggling the most are the ones that are in the most. Those are the people that don't have resources. They argue a fucking lot. For example, I see people that don't have resources arguing over the smallest shit. And the reason that I know this is because I get into a lot of coaching sessions. I've coached a lot of couples, and a lot of the times the things that they argue about always center around money. It centers around not being able to do certain things. It centers around the fact that she got to stay in a house all day because he got the car or whatever, or she got to drop him off at work every fucking day, and all of this stuff. Most of the arguments that I see in coaching sessions come from something involving a lack of resources, or I see a woman that say she got to work all fucking day and he ain't went and got a job yet, and he been unemployed for 6 months, but then he'd drop her off at work with her car, and then he'd go and do whatever it is that he got to do. Like I see that shit on a regular basis, and most of the arguments that I see come from a lack of resources all the time.
No, I can see that being a major factor. I could definitely see resources being a major factor. I don't know about the beating thing,
That's a
but
different type of guy, though, Anton.
That's a different type of what?
That's a different type of guy. If you're talking about a guy who is unemployed, who ends up taking his girl's car, ends up doing whatever all day, unemployed for 6 months, not looking for a job, that's a completely different story if you're in a relationship with
That's
with a
what I'm saying.
man.
She actually goes into that because it's like a 7 minute long video. So she actually goes into that, whatever. But I ain't about to play the whole 7 minutes. So, but I don't know. Let me read some of the super chats and then we can go over to the last subject. I got one more thing that I want to ask y'all. Billy Go Gruff says, I agree, Q. I like them shoulders carry screenshot. What? I like them shoulders carry screenshot. I don't get it. I don't understand what we're saying here. Ismail says, I don't know if they're mean. Let me put Slimmy next to his doppelganger. Wait a second. Shout out to my dog Slimmy. Let me also get Molly up out of there. I don't know if they're mean. They're frustrated when they're broke. Men do need to make money to feel valued as providers as part of our identity. Ismail says, I got back on my feet, got a high-end job, and I became a man on his purpose again. My mentality changed, and I dumped my ex and got refocused again. Eat before you come. Shout out to Bo. That's what they asked me to do. I said, man, what you talking about? JC says, money doesn't change a person's core character. It just amplifies the behaviors and the traits that are already present. Some rich people are mean. Why are you even around people if you're that broke? You can't not be around people, Solani. You got to exist. All right. One more thing I want to use or jump into. I'm going to play this video really quickly, and I just want to get y'all opinion. Y'all tell me what y'all think about a woman saying this. This is a kind of a little bit different of a take, but this is what she said.
Time I say I don't date men with kids, people get mad as fuck. Like, I don't understand why my decision as a childless woman to not date men with kids is so bothersome, but it has been. I've been very vocal about that ever since I've been on the internet. I do not date men with kids. I don't do baby daddies. I just don't do that. I just don't go down that path. I meet a man and I really like him and I end up finding out that he has kids. The relationship ends immediately. It doesn't matter how far we make it. Doesn't matter if we've been talking a long time and then I finally find out he has kids. I've had that happen to me before. And unfortunately, we had to make our exit. I really don't play when it comes to kids. I'm very stern. It's one of my non-negotiables. I don't have children. I do not want the partner that I have to have children. I'm just not into it. That doesn't mean that you have to do that. That doesn't mean if you have kids and you want to date someone that has kids, do it. If you don't have kids and you want to date someone that has kids, do it. Whatever you want to do. But I don't understand why my choice always upsets people. It really makes people mad, especially people that have kids. And I'm just like, I made it this far without kids. Why do I have to date somebody that has them already? Why do I have to do that? I don't. So I don't. It goes for any childless person out there. You don't have to be with someone that has kids. If you want to, that's amazing. If you want to be a step parent, that is amazing. That's a wonderful, selfless thing to do, to step up and be a parent to someone that's not your child. But for me, I'm cool. I'm good on it. I don't need no convincing because it's not going to happen. I'm not interested. And it will always be that way.
So I did go into her comments. Not on just this video, but I went into some of her previous comments because I wanted to see if she was actually capping or if she was telling the truth. And in her comments, basically, there were people or guys that was having a conversation and saying that, yo, I don't necessarily agree with you, and you should date guys that got kids also. But what do you guys think about women or her perspective not having children and saying that she's not interested and she will cut a guy off even if she likes him? She will cut a guy off if he has children. What do y'all think about that?
I think she should. See, shot. I think she should. I think that's her prerogative.
She should what? Date men with kids?
No, I think she should cut them off.
Oh, okay.
Like if she don't want to date guy with kids, and you're probably gonna be mean to the kid if you don't if you don't like dudes with kids. So that would never really impact the kid, and the kid is more important than the new bitch. So
why did you clap, Carrie?
I love it. I think that she is spot on with that.
I don't think men are asking women for that. I think that's more of like a woman thing. A woman's asking for a man to be with her and her kids. Men ain't really asking that from a woman at all.
Well, she said that even if she likes a guy, she will just completely cut him off. She's not interested in talking to him. She don't care about his personality. She don't care about shit. If you got kids, she found out you got kids. She cutting it off. She don't want to be bothered with you no more. And a lot of guys was upset.
She's probably gonna make it to a big ripe age Slimmy, yes, it was. I fucking hate you, Slimmy. What was the question again? I was distracted.
No, I was saying that she said that no matter what the circumstance, if she like them, she don't care what it is. That is a hard stopping point for her.
That's the same like if you talk to a murderer and you don't know they're a murderer and you like them and then you see they murdered somebody and you out. Like I get it. Like when you get more information, it changes what you feel about people.
Slimmy.
I mean, hey, she can do what she want to do. She ain't got no kids, you know. She ain't got to deal with no man with no kids. Only thing I say is like, if women, I wish women felt the same. You know, like women praise men for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's not that way, or it's not that way on the other end. It's the exact opposite. You get knocked if you're a man without kids, and you just like, well, I don't want to deal with you if you got kids. They're like, well, who you think you are?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's always like praise when the woman does things, but when the man do it, it's like you get the knock. And I know because I'm sitting here, a man with no kids.
Yeah.
Like and it was just a video with a girl with that woman. What was it like? I sent it to the chat. That woman, she was basically knocking men if they was like 30 and 40 years old that didn't have kids. She was trying to say that they was weird.
That's why I said
a lot of women think that though.
But why?
Yeah, why?
Because it's like, what were you doing this whole time?
Minding
my motherfucking business.
I'm just saying. I do know women who think it's weird for a man to be, well, I don't know about his 30s, but especially 40s plus.
Why is it?
Are you gay? Why don't you have children? Were you ever married? The answer is no. It's kind of like a red flag.
It's just when it's nowhere near a red flag. It's
this
just
is
when the shoe
women's
fits.
mind, Slimmy. I'm
She's not saying it's her. She's saying that
I know
women look at men, and I understand it though. I get it. Let me tell you why I get it, Slimmy.
Y'all look at women like that too, though.
Let me tell you why I get it, Slimmy. The reason that I get it is because if a woman is looking at a guy and he does not have children and he's never been married, on one end, we as guys say that that's responsible. We take care of business. We on top of things. We doing whatever it is that we want to do, and we not having no kids out of wedlock. Women look at it and kind of see it as, oh, this nigga is unachievable. Like, this is not a guy that is ever going to wife you up. This is not a guy that's going to ever hold you down. This is not a guy that you need to look to be in a serious relationship with. So in their mind, they're saying you're a red flag for a relationship, not as a human being, but as a person that thinks that they're going to get something any different than any of the women that came previously to her, especially once you hit a certain age. They don't look at that guy and say, okay, yeah, he's looking to settle down. They look at that guy and say, that guy is just looking to fuck on something or looking to get in a situationship, and he not serious about getting into a marriage. That's why they see it as a red flag.
That was exactly why I cut off that 45-year-old.
That's why you what?
That was exactly why I cut off the 45-year-old. He had never been married and he never had any kids. Why not?
Nigga.
Yes. Yes.
Y'all look at women the same way. If a women's 30 plus, 40 plus, no man, no kids, what's wrong with you? So
women are nowhere near looked like that.
Yeah,
come on. Okay, wait. Watch this.
33 and she's never been married and she don't have no kids.
Carrie, what do you think about what I just said?
I think that's true.
See?
I think that's true. But I think that
Go ahead.
But I also think that anybody of a certain age who has no children and has never been married, I think you would ask why. And
because I don't want to. Is that a sufficient enough answer?
Not ask why, like why not? Like why aren't you married? That's bad. But like
you don't have to ask why. You can talk to them
as a woman.
No, you talk to them long enough, it's apparent.
Well, you don't. If you talk to them long enough, you can ask what you want to know. That's a part of talking to find out, what you want to know. I think it becomes weird if you ask somebody if they want to be married. Well, let's not do the marriage. If they want to have kids and they're like, yeah, maybe. And it's like, yeah, but you're like 50, you're 48. Like, Now I'm like, what's up? But then you have people who are just, I'm good.
Most
I'm
people
not
having
interested
kids
in
are
having
over
kids.
35 now, so there's that. So
48, 50 is different than over 35.
are we talking about men or women?
We talking about men.
I'm talking about men, but
Men are getting younger women pregnant at an alarming rate at
yeah,
50 and
that's
48.
another
So
Not a man that don't have no kids.
that's another weird thing to me, for you to wait that long to have your first child. To me, that's like, why'd you wait till you're damn near 50 to have your first child? Like, what's been going on?
See, Slimmy, Carrie looks
So
at you as a red
so
flag.
so it's weird. So it's weird if you
So
don't have kids, and then it's weird if you do.
No,
yep.
it's not weird if you
Then you
don't.
better get married and have some
Like
kids, or you're a red
Slimmy,
flag.
I ain't doing neither. Fuck that. I'll be a red flag forever.
if you said that you don't have kids, and you said, like, I'm not interested in having kids, to me that's not weird. But if you say you wanted to have kids, then I'm like, what's up? What's the problem? Like,
Well,
what's
no, I
going
said
on?
Well, what I told myself is I'm not gonna have no baby mama. Like it'll
But
never be that.
if you're pushing 50 and you want kids, but you don't want it with a baby mama, and you couldn't find a woman that wouldn't be a baby mama, and you're pushing 50, then again, I'm like, what's up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's too
it's
old.
not
Why can't be a
mandatory to me.
50-year-old parent though?
It's not
But see,
50-year-old
mandatory.
parent.
It may not be. Oh, go ahead, Mom.
Oh no, that was it. That's
Okay.
just old.
It may not be mandatory, Slimmy, but the way that women look at it is, well, why haven't you yet to put any skin in the game?
Skin in the game is having kids out
That's
of
how women
wedlock.
No,
perceive
no, no, no,
Slimmy.
no, no, no. Commitment, commitment.
Yeah.
A serious relationship or a marriage, not necessarily kids off rip. A serious
Wait, 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 wait,
relationship.
wait, 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 wait. So you saying you don't have skin in the game if you don't have? Wait, are you talking about kids or marriage? Because we was talking
Marriage.
about kids.
Or
I
no,
don't
no.
understand now how y'all moving the goalposts.
We're not moving the goalposts. I'm saying how, because you said that it's not mandatory for you to actually get into a marriage. That's not something that you want to do. I'm saying that the way that women look at it is, why, if you want marriage, if you want children, and you say you don't want, to deal with the broken home situation, why haven't you, like, is the one thing that I would ask you, if scenario wise, if it was you and I, what was your last relationship and what did you learn from that? Your last serious relationship.
See,
And if
Slim,
there's
you
no
answering
skin
no
in,
question.
and if there's no skin in the game in that regard, if we can't have a conversation based off of that alone, I'd have to I'd have to pull back a little bit, because what exactly would you have to build off of that you're looking to gain in terms of what it is that you want, if there's nothing, especially if you are at a certain age, that you can't look back on and say, okay, I've learned from this and this is what I'm going to do differently to get what it is that I want.
I don't know how you got that from not wanting to
Slimmy,
have
you a red
kids.
flag, bro. You trying to deny it?
Oh, I don't give a fuck about being on red
Unless
flag.
unless you really don't want to have kids and you're just not ready to say
I'm doing
that.
me.
Right.
I don't care
Do you?
about none of that
See,
shit. I don't care
that's why
about
they
what
look at
nobody
you.
think.
That's why they look at you as a red flag. That right there.
That's
See,
Well,
cool.
he sounds more like a red flag, because it seems like he's not clear on his decision about kids, and at over 45, I would be
How am I
like,
not clear?
because
see?
do you want kids?
I said I'm not going to have a baby mama situation.
Do you want
So
kids?
if
Do
I
you want
have kids,
kids?
if I have kids, I don't. Well, at
Do
this
you want
point in
them?
life, I don't want to raise no kid in this climate, in the way that the world is
So
Look at
do
right
you
now.
want
look
kids?
at all the red flags surrounding Slimmy, y'all.
Do you want
There's no
kids?
red flags.
Somebody said in the chat earlier, Carrie needs to say, oh no, the super chat. Why can't Carrie answer yes or no first and then give the explanation? So, do you want kids? Yes or no?
No,
Okay, see, that's
Okay then. So then,
no,
I'm
so
Ask
cool
him if he
then.
want to get married,
And that,
Carrie.
no.
See?
So then to
You
me,
would
that's
be
not a
just
red
an
flag.
option. You would be on a rotation, Slim. You would
he
not
knows
never
what
be the
he
man.
wants.
I'm
I'm
no
just
option.
being
I
honest
ain't
with
no
women's
option.
logic. You
I
would
ain't no
be just
option.
on the
I
rotation.
ain't
If I
no
need somebody to
you.
do something
You the
with, I
option.
would call
You the
not you,
option.
Slimmy, but
This is
men.
my
This is how
world.
women are thinking about
No,
I
men
nigga,
at a
don't
certain
don't
talk
care
like
age.
how
that to
women think.
Molly.
I
No,
don't care how
put me
women
by
think.
Molly.
This is my
I didn't
world.
take
I'm
up
not
for
making it
Molly.
about you,
Molly ain't
Slimmy. I'm
nobody
just
by
No,
me
no,
saying.
ever in
I'm
life.
telling you how I think. I'm telling you how I think. I don't care how women think. This is my
Well,
world.
you
I do
have
what
to
I want
care
to
how
do.
women think if you sleep with them to an extent.
No, I don't have to care about if they think about if I'm an option or not. I'm not an option. I'm me. This is my world. You're an option. I don't have to deal with you. I don't.
And women, but I'm
I
just
don't.
saying, women aren't comfortable with men at a certain age
Fuck them
who have
then.
nothing to show for their,
Fuck
I guess,
them.
their dating life or their, and that's
Fuck them.
fine. That's fine. But we're just giving, that's not saying women won't talk to you, but
I know they gonna talk to
it's
me.
a red flag, just like it's a red
I know
flag
they
for
gonna talk
men.
to me. I ain't worried about that.
So
I ain't worried about it.
if
See,
it were
It's
me,
Slimmy.
I'd be like,
look,
you would be in the friend
it's
zone.
only a red flag on the internet. When you get in real life, ain't no motherfucking red flags nowhere. Ain't
That's
no
No,
right.
it's
red
a red
That's
flags.
all.
flag
Ain't
in
no
real life,
shortages over
Slimmy.
there.
Ain't no red
No,
flags.
babe. This
Ain't
Slimmy
is
is
no
real
red
life
saying.
flags.
conversations with women.
Ain't no
They
red.
are
I'm telling
judging
you.
men. Okay.
I'm
Slimmy
telling you.
fits.
Don't
Slimmy
make it
fits.
about you, Slimmy. You're not the only man with no children or wife. Like, don't make it
I'm
about
not
you.
making it about me. What I'm saying is I don't care about none of that. That's what I'm saying. You missing what I'm saying. I
Slimmy.
don't care about what a woman thinks. I'm gonna do
Slimmy.
what I do
Okay.
regardless.
Slimmy fits
Fair enough.
the exact description of what I just described of how women see us man like him. Because if a woman is looking for a good man, right? And he's been responsible when he's taking care of business. And Slimmy be like, hey, I'm 6'9" Slimmy, and I got a good job and I got benefits and I'm a great catch and I don't have no children out of wedlock and I'm a good man and all of this stuff and I've never been married and I don't have never, done nobody wrong or whatever. And they gonna say, there's something wrong with that nigga because why he ain't never settled down before. And they gonna be right. To be honest with you, they're gonna be right. They can't expect to ever be able to settle down with you because you don't give a fuck about that, which is good, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with what you're saying. But the reason that they see you as a red flag is because they believe that you're unattainable. You're a unicorn that can't be caught in their eyes.
I ain't trying to be caught.
You're a rare commodity and a unicorn that cannot be tied down because you be like, fuck them. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, women want someone to control. They really do. They want to control
No.
somebody.
How
Women
we
want
Yes.
get to
families.
that?
Yes.
How
We
we get to
Yes.
that?
biologically
Where
want
did you get that
children
from?
by a
Women
man.
want someone to control. If they can't control you, they don't like you. They can't control you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Once they see
How is
that they
that
can't get
control?
okay, because women don't necessarily want to be able to control you where you move and what you do, but they think that whatever they got going on between their legs is ultimately gonna control the scenario, and it don't work like that for every
I
man.
mean,
Where did you get
respectfully, you sound like the
that
older
from?
women with no
Was that your
kids. And when they say
experience or was
men
that the
try
word
to
on the
men
street?
try to control women by having them have children and get married, you sound the exact
Okay,
same.
okay,
Y'all have to you gotta stop
okay,
coping like that. Like, I mean, that's just your personal choice. Don't make it about you. But for women,
okay,
it's a red flag, just like it is for men. It just is
okay.
what it is. After a certain age, people are expected to have made it to certain, like milestones is all. You don't have to, it's personal choices, but the way
Was that
society
your
is set up,
uh,
you know.
was that your experience, Slimmy, or that's just what you've heard?
I ain't my experience. That
So
ain't
then
my
why are you
experience.
so why are you so certain of that?
I see women trying to control men.
Fix your face,
And
Ray. Fix
no,
your
but
face.
in all reality, when they dealing with them, when women go dealing with them pookies and them low life niggas, it's
Talk
because
about it, Slimmy.
they got issues with the police. They could easily call the police on them. They could call child support on them. They can get them caught up, make them lose their job, have them losing their money, get them thrown in jail. They like dealing with dudes that can be controlled. They like dealing with dudes that can be controlled. This is not no fucking. This is not no.
Who are we talking
Let me
about?
why
I'm
let me why is your
How,
default bottom of the barrel women? Why is that your
I'm gonna say they
default?
what do you
dusty
mean? Why is that my default?
because
I
he's
don't
That's
know
wrestling.
any
That's
woman
not
like
my
that.
default.
me neither.
That's
I
not
don't
my
know any
default. Go
woman
look
like
around.
look.
Go look around. Go look
They're
around.
not in my
Where?
environment, and I don't want to. So I'm trying to figure out why is that your default?
That's not my default. That's what I see.
Then
It's what I see.
that might be your environment.
No,
Like
it's
you
And
not
your
said
my
that
environment,
environment. It's
Slimmy.
you
not
just
my
said that you
environment.
just said that's
It's
what
not
you
my
see. That means
environment.
it's in your environment. How are you
So
seeing it if
so
it's not in your
so
environment?
you don't go outside and you don't see certain scenarios. You don't see things. You don't see nothing.
Do
You just
I
go
go do
outside and
I
you don't all you see is
okay,
green
first of
fields
all,
and pastures.
well, I'm in North Carolina, so actually, yeah, I do. But when you go outside, you see women who are taking men to court for child support, who are messing with bottom of the barrel dudes who are being locked up. You see that when you walk outside. That's what you see amongst your environment.
Okay, so if you
I'm just trying to understand because you first of all you hopped and then you hopped to such a
I hopped.
extreme. Yes, let me. You hopped around with this time.
They
You
I
hopped
3-on-1.
hopped
around with the
around.
topic.
Nigga, stand
I
Yes,
down,
hopped
nigga.
around.
Stand down.
I
yes,
hopped
sir,
around.
sir.
We
Yes,
went from me talking. Oh my God. I hopped around.
yes.
How did I hop around?
How are we
Like,
on what we're
like a
on?
bunny rabbit,
Think
nigga.
about it.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Tell us
ma'am,
how.
ma'am.
Tell us
We
how
are
we got to where we
originally
are.
talking about men not having kids. Then I even said it. I even said it. I was like, y'all moving the goalpost now.
No,
Because
no,
y'all
keep
started talking
going.
about
Keep
marriage.
going. No, keep going. How did we get to what you just said?
Y'all started incorporating all this other stuff.
No, sir. How did we get to talking about women trying to control men with what they got between their legs and going to men who are locked up, who are broke,
That's
who
well
are
after
who?
y'all changed the conversation.
What did we change the
You
conversation
changed the
from? Slimmy, you
conversation.
did.
Okay, you got it. You got it. Y'all
Slimmy, don't make
tweaking.
it about you.
Y'all tweaking, man. I don't see this is what I don't like when y'all start playing this game. When y'all start playing this game as if you did not change the conversation. I clearly said no, let's stay on, keep talking. I literally said this. And I said, y'all moving the goalposts. Y'all started talking about men not being married. What are y'all talking? Are you serious?
Well, we just said after a certain age, men with no prior significant relationship or children is a red flag after a certain age. It's okay. It's okay though.
But
We just look at
why?
it as a red
This is
flag.
insane.
Men look at it as a red flag when we don't have kids or a husband by a certain age. I think it's just society. Don't get mad. It's just is what it is.
I'm not mad. Don't use those words. Don't use those words. See the game y'all try to play? See the game y'all try to play?
Why you not saying nothing to Anton?
He's not
Anton
saying
didn't
anything.
say
He's
Anton
laughing.
nothing.
is laughing at this
He
whole
been cracking up
thing.
the whole
Because he why would I say anything to somebody who's just laughing?
I'm just
He's
laughing.
not saying nothing. He not trying to y'all trying to literally gaslight the whole situation.
No, some you made it about
What are we
you. We're not
gaslighting?
talking
You
about
just
Okay,
took
you.
us. Let me.
you got it. You got it.
Oh my God, I feel
Hey,
super
You just
stupid.
happen to not have
Quentin,
you
you
kids.
said
got it.
women are
You
stupid.
got it.
I feel
You got
super
it.
stupid. I
You
feel
got it.
super duper
This
stupid
is
right
Slimmy,
now.
insane.
you said I
This is
crashed
really
out earlier,
insane.
Slimmy. Now you're crashing out,
It's,
buddy. You're crashing
I'm
out,
not
Slimmy.
crashing. I'm not even upset.
You said
I
I'll
think
crash
it
out. You
I
crashing
think
out, buddy.
it's extremely
Buddy,
disingenuous to
buddy,
act like you did not change the conversation.
brother. You're
But it's
crashing
cool.
out.
No, this is not a crash.
It's a
I'm not
crash.
upset. You can't don't just say things that aren't happening. I'm telling you that this is insane.
Carrie, why do you feel stupid?
How did we? Because I am so lost at what we did wrong here. And I don't even know how we got on the topic. He said women are controlling. He's like all these different topics he brought up.
That was
I'm
like a
just trying.
feminist talking point.
My specific question to you was, did you want kids? So I don't even know how I changed the topic. And then Molly didn't change the topic. I didn't hear Ray change the topic. So I'm like, how did we change the topic?
Slimmy, do you want kids?
And then Anton is instigating in his
I'm
silence.
asking because you asked the
You
question.
conveniently decide when
Is
you
he
want to be
frozen?
quiet,
Oh,
Anton.
no,
I
he's
ain't
not
frozen. I ain't
He
frozen.
conveniently decides when he wants to be quiet.
I conveniently decide when I want to be quiet.
See,
Harry, be nice.
I said
Okay.
that about Anton.
He's talking about
I'm literally
Anton.
talking
Okay.
about Anton. Slimmy thinks I'm talking about.
We threw a rock in the crowd, and the
I
hit dog is
literally said,
hollering.
Slimmy, I said Anton conveniently decides that he wants to be quiet. I wasn't even talking about you.
Slimmy, do you want kids?
I already said no.
Okay.
Fucking A, man.
Do you want to get married, Slimmy?
Nope.
I feel like I be messing up with Slimmy. Like we
Would
mess
you
up with
take
him
a
and we don't
woman
even
with
know
kids,
how.
Slimmy? You don't want kids. Can your woman have children?
I deal with who I deal with.
Okay, fair enough.
He said he don't want to get married.
No, I just say, can the woman come in the relationship with children because he doesn't want any?
There's no relationship if there is no. If he don't want marriage, I mean, he's just trying to get him in and get him out.
Not all women want marriage, though. Some women don't. Some people are okay with shacking up or just having a.
Oh my God, this is so hilarious.
Anton, you have been a bad boss tonight.
I didn't do nothing. What do I have to do with anything? I don't have nothing to do with this.
Man, whatever. On Monday nights, you'll come off screen and be like, y'all moving the goalposts, y'all bringing this up, bringing that up. Tonight, you just like.
Well, Mondays is different because number one is more people. Number two, I'm not the host, so it's not my show. And then number three, I'm just more of a participant instead of a person that's trying to move the conversation along. And we have rotating people on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Y'all are already familiar with each other. Y'all know each other. Y'all be talking in the group chat, so it's a little different. I just let y'all do whatever y'all want to do.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Me?
As a participant
Mm-hmm.
or host,
That's whatever you want.
Whoever you are on this one.
You can do whatever you want.
Do you think that Molly, Ray, and myself were moving the goalposts?
With regard to Slimmy?
Mm-hmm.
I think that Slimmy is a red flag. But Slimmy knows he's a red flag. He's not a traditional red flag. Like I said, he's a unicorn. Slimmy is a bull in a china shop. Like he's
Nigga, what? Nigga said a bull in a china shop. The fuck? You said that real smooth, nigga, like it's normal.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Well, Slimmy can't be controlled. You know what I'm saying? He can't be controlled. He's just gonna do what the fuck he wanna do. He gonna tear that china up. And he gonna move along.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I didn't say anything inflammatory. I ain't say nothing outrageous.
No, listen. You're a red flag in a good way. Is my point. You're a good red flag, and the reason that you're a good red flag is because
they'll make it a green flag, not a red flag.
No, he's a red flag because no woman has a chance of getting me. But if you look at him like on paper, as far as everything that he has and he brings to the table, and he don't have no trauma, and he don't have no kids out of wedlock, and he's never been married, and so he's the ideal person. He's tall. He's a nice person in real life. He's the ideal person for a chick that would want to settle down. What a black guy that has himself together, don't got no fucking felonies, and he's a good person. He's a genuinely good person in real life. But you have no fucking chance with him. So it's a mirage. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Yeah, I get it. Like
it's something that you think is the perfect thing for a woman, but it's unattainable because he's never going to give you a chance to ever fucking settle down. So if you're looking for the thing that all women say, I want this, I want this, I want this on paper, he's that. But the salesman won't ever give you a fucking pink slip. Like, you can't have it. So it doesn't matter what a woman requests. If he don't give you access to it, then he's a red flag, because you're going after something that's unattainable. You're going after something that's unattainable. So he's a good red flag. He's a great person, but he's something that you'll never ever be able to get. He's a showroom. he's a halo car. He's a halo car. He is. He's a halo car. Like, he's the car. Listen, you look at a Slimmy. Slimmy is a fucking Ford GT. You know what I'm saying? He's something that's not attainable for most women, but it's what most women say that they want. And so you go in because the advertisement says fucking Ford GT, ZR1, you know what I'm saying? Lamborghini Countach, one of 21 ever made. And you go in to see it, but motherfucker, you walking out with a Nissan. They brought him in to get you to come into the showroom so that they could sell you the volume car. He's the halo.
This shit is so dumb.
That's messed up.
I'm telling you what it is.
Your car said he's a supercar with 0 miles. What the fuck?
That's what he is. That's what he is. And so
I get it. Like, everybody will look at the car and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's not for sale." Like,
they come in because the showroom, on the showroom floor, it says classic car, 0 miles. The motherfucker could skate. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got all of the attributes. You can't have it. You can't have it.
I mean, you might as well rotate them out once they turn 25. Just get a new one.
I'm just telling you.
Oh, dear heavens to Betsy.
And Slimmy, you don't seem like the type of guy who's misleading to women, so you're probably very honest with them, I would assume.
Does Anton seem like that kind of guy you carry that misleads women?
Does who? What was the question?
I'm not.
No, I didn't hear the question. What was the question?
The person who was intended for heard the question.
I think that Anton would be the type to. Yeah.
I didn't know this was about me. I thought it was talking about Slimmy.
I think that Anton might be the type to kind of finesse somebody. Like he gonna make the girl feel real. He gonna play her. He
gonna talk so sweet. He gonna talk so sweet.
That's fucked up. I'm not gonna play you. I really do love you in real life. I really do love you. If I tell you I love you, I love you. One thing about me, Carrie, and you know this to be true, is I am a man of my word.
Oh no, after tonight, AD.
I am a man of my word, and I'm consistent. And so whatever I say that I'm going to do, I am going to do it.
You know, I don't think that what I don't think he would do would be like, I don't think you would lie to women, but I definitely think that you would strategically
leave some words out.
Yep.
Lie by omission in this bitch.
All right, if no such thing as lying by omission. The biggest finesse words ever. No, I'm very intentional and transparent.
What do you think about me, Carrie? Will I lie to a woman?
You already said it. You said that you would tell a woman that you love her.
What?
You already said that.
No, I told you I said what?
Did he say that?
No.
Yes, he
I
would.
could have swore you said you would tell a woman like I love you. Like you would tell
I
her
said
what
like
she
5
wants to
minutes
hear.
before I bust a nut. Like not just in normal conversation.
Well, that for a woman, that's you say you love us, like whenever it happens, we gonna think that you meant it, or not meant it, but like
No.
we ain't
Anytime I
gonna think
say
you
that,
said it
women.
because you didn't mean to.
Yes, like that's happened before, and they asked me after the fact. They're like, "You didn't mean that." I was like, "Yeah, I was just fucking with you."
Nah, Quentin, you.
Shit.
I think.
I don't want to know shit.
I think that you would use your, what would I call that? Is that like your like you would use your ability to like be friendly with a woman and make her feel so comfortable with you to your advantage.
What would be the end result?
Well, because he has clearly told us how much he's into sexual activities, I think that that's the end result.
Yeah, okay, but do you think that? But see, let me tell you what else. Q Diddy and Slimmy are similar in a lot of ways because
I'm 6'4", not 6'8".
Quentin Quentin hasn't been married either.
I
Nah,
thought
it's
you said
not.
you were
That's
married
about the
and
only ways
divorced.
we similar.
Quentin hasn't been
No,
married either.
I was
So
married. I married my high school sweetheart before she
I
cheated
thought
on
Quentin
me.
said he was
Yeah, so he said
married.
he was married before.
how old was you when you had broke up?
When we got divorced, I was 19.
See, I don't
Aw.
even consider that shit to be even really married because he's had the option to be able to do it again, but he's not interested, and so
I
he's
am
very
interested.
similar. He's very
That's
similar.
not true, Anton. Every relationship post 2020 that I've gone into, like that was like my end goal.
It just seems like, I mean, Slimmy might sleep and not tell, but it just seems like Quentin is more
Ain't no
like
might. Ain't no might.
that's what I'm saying. It seems like Slimmy, to your point about the red flag, like it seems like it's probably hard, and I could be wrong, like it's harder to cross that line with Slimmy than Quentin. It seems like Quentin is just very much so into sexual activity. So no, I'm not saying you're not Slimmy, but it just seems like you probably have a I know it's gonna come across wrong. I'm not saying.
Is it better
What
to
I'm
marry and
saying,
divorce than never to be married at all? Like
Slimmy,
what?
I really mean this I don't even mean that as a diss or anything like that. I'm just saying I think that he probably has, like, I'm not just gonna sleep with, this chick. Whereas I think Quentin, I'm not saying you'll just sleep with any chick, but
Hey, it is what
but I
it
think
is.
you'll
Shit.
sleep but I think you'll sleep with more chicks.
That's not true. That's not true. Maybe the
But
old
it's only
me.
off of how y'all talk up here. It's only
Well,
because
look,
you be having crazy
I am a
stories.
caricature, ma'am.
Well, and you told us, you did tell us, you said, I think it was when Anton asked like for the ideal something, or you said you would settle down, but she has to know that you are, you know, you have a big appetite.
Well, that's fine
You
as long
said
as
you said something
that's
to
not.
that degree.
But that's not a big deal. Women can have big appetites. That doesn't mean anything abnormal.
No, I'm
Like
not saying abnormal.
if I found the right woman that act how she's supposed to act, I'll do it. Like I'm at a point in my life I can do that.
But that's what I'm saying. Your stories and then that piled together lead me to believe that you are like way more active, like your end goal. Because Anton said, "What's the end
I've
goal?"
had
I,
sex
I,
with 2 people in 2025.
it's April.
I said that like it was a flex. Usually it's considerably more, Carrie.
Carrie got y'all pegged. She got me all wrong. That's for sure.
Yeah, she got me wrong too. I don't be having sex like that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Slimmy is not happy about your assessment.
Was it bad? Was that negative? I thought that was actually pretty positive. Like he's not looking to just, bust it down for a real one, like I said. Slimmy. Come back, Slimmy.
Who's the Q Diddy?
What's
Who's
up?
the most unattainable woman on this that be on this platform?
On the
Of all of the women,
platform?
of all of the women that be on this platform, who's the most unattainable?
Q.
Q.
You, nigga, she's shutting everything down, nigga. She don't let you say, ha, 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 nigga. Nope. She out of there, nigga. She out of there, nigga. She don't entertain none, not nothing.
Who's the most unattainable on After Hours?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, unattainable.
I mean, all of them because they married. What you mean?
No, I'm saying okay. Assume that well, not all of them, but anyway, assume that nobody is in a relationship. That everybody is just
for me or in general.
In general.
Carrie. In general, Carrie. For me, Molly. There's a difference. I would need to work extra overtime to obtain Molly.
Nope. Let's see what that was.
I'd have to put in some more hours at the plant.
In general, I think you off.
In general,
yeah. I think you off about Q.
Well, Q was super nice to me in person. She's a little different on the internet.
Yeah.
She gave me when she gave me her fries, I was confused. She shared some fries and some ranch with me, and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, I think that the most unattainable, if I had to guess, I'm gonna not include Ray, obviously, because Ray is just her first time here. I think the most unattainable is probably Molly, in general. 100%.
Well, I thought that at first, but then with Molly, no shade, I love you, Molly. We ride or die. Got you. If Molly is single, I think there's a money component that as long as you meet that threshold, she may be all right. You got seven figures in the bag. I'm like, all right.
Nah, I think she's
Well, money isn't everything. There are men with a lot of money that are super corny.
That makes me happy that you said that.
Just to be fair. So
I don't think that she's completely unattainable. I think she's the most unattainable of all of the people here. Definitively. But I could be wrong.
Where's Slimmy go? He's sad. I
don't know. I have no idea. Well, any final thoughts before I get y'all up out of here? Man, I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna do this on Thursday. I'm gonna get y'all out of here within 2 hours and 15 minutes.
This is a good night, man. I don't got to go to work tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I went to my gym today and got on this it's like a $15,000 scale, and you take your shoes off and it shoots stuff up through your feet, and then you hold the rails, and then it shoots stuff through your arms. It tells like your body fat, like how much water you got, like
air or something,
your muscle mass and all that stuff.
What is it shooting? Air?
I don't know what it is to get all those measurements, but it worked.
Yeah, that's what's up. Any final thoughts, y'all?
Fuck you, hoes.
Ladies, if you don't have children, probably don't date a man with children. Life will be a lot easier. No baby mama drama.
What if the man doesn't have baby mama drama?
If he has children, he has baby mama drama.
That's not true, because my child's mother, like, we be going to like football games together, and she'd be like, "Oh, hey, I'm Quentin so like that's happened, like in real life."
That's
like,
too much.
Hey. What do you mean? Like she introduced
it's
herself,
baggage.
like...
It's baggage. Some women deserve better.
I agree.
That's all.
I agree.
I am in the studio. That is true. I've been here all day.
Slimmy got banished.
I've been in the studio since. Damn, I've been
You
here.
know, you know what I read today that it was good. It says you learn more about someone at the end of a relationship than the beginning. And I was like, dang, that is true.
You don't know anything about a person at the beginning of a relationship
Yep, I agree.
at all. But yes, I am in the studio getting it in.
That wasn't the sentiment of the thing though.
My studio is so comfortable. I could sleep here. This shit is so nice. So
Okay, Anton Daniels.
it is, bro. Look at this shit. It's beautiful in here, bro. See all of this? It's dope.
We should have a live show in there. We can all set up in each individual cubicle.
You literally can.
Waiting on that Delta flight to Detroit, but you playing.
I'm waiting on. Well,
Kim's waiting on it too. She's like, that nigga Anton always say he gonna text me. No, never text me.
that's because y'all too close.
What is us being close after? I've been friends with this woman for 18 years. Like, what do you mean? I am the best wingman friend that a girl could have.
Nigga, she just called you at like 12 something at night.
She's a flight attendant. She was going to the hotel.
Why she call you?
I am her friend. This is usually when we talk. She don't go to sleep. Like, how was your day, Q? How's your day, Kim? And then she asked me about all the stuff. What's wrong with it? This is what time I talk to all my female friends, because they like my other friend. She's a veterinarian and she works like 7 to 7. So I talk to her overnight. Yo, mama a simp, nigga. Fucking suck my dick, bitch.
Carrie, am I off or no? Because you know what I'm saying.
About what?
I'm not off, right? Thank you.
Off about what? Off about what, Carrie? What are you talking about?
Hell no.
What about Kim? No, take off mute. Get off mute, nigga. I can't hear you. You're on mute. Take it off. Nigga, I see the little X. Oh, I guess it ain't meant to be. You lying. Whatever you saying, it's a lie.
What are you doing, Carrie?
She's her shit broke.
How is it broke?
She can't take herself off mute. I see the little button. Anton got you muted then, I guess.
I don't have her muted.
I don't understand what's wrong about me talking to a girl at this time of night.
Molly, am I off?
About him and Kim?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just friends.
Hell no.
I think they're just friends. I have friends like that. So
It's like she's my big sister.
That's nice.
I mean, we don't talk every day, but
I don't talk to Kim every day either.
Nigga, she called you as soon as she got off the plane.
We were texting and I sent her a picture. And so she called me regarding the picture.
Hell no. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm straight.
I don't understand this.
Mm-mm.
Carrie, take your ass off mute.
I ain't make it to this big old age by being stupid.
Yeah, I did, nigga. Shit, I'm dumb as fuck.
Let me go ahead and read some of these super chats. Quinn. Look, where's Slimmy go, Quinn?
I don't know. You made it to this big old age without being stupid. You figured it out.
Right here. Why is Carrie talking like we can hear? What the fuck is going on? No kids never, red flag forever, says from within. Dale says, I'm not married with no kids simply because I had to find myself spiritually, also financially. I wasn't there to have a family, in and out of jobs and struggling to get an education. Billy Goat Gruff says Quentin was right. Women are dumb as F. No kids equal a red light. They don't know what they want. So a dude that gets his bag and waits on kids is a red flag. I don't think y'all was hearing this. JY says Slimmy think he bigger than the program.
That's funny.
Billy Goat Gruff says Slimmy, you 1,000% correct, saying 10 toes down. Dondre says Slimmy is right. It'd be pretty women and educated women with hood ninjas and YN scammers and drug dealers have kids and they complain about them. Bo Key says keep this slimy energy. Women always trying to get you off your square when you're not regular. Slimmy said no hope fetishes, says Me University. Tyron the Tyrant says Michigan Slim got interrogated yesterday, so now it's your turn, Slimmy.
That is
true. Uncle Ben's Rice's nephew says, why compare men to women? That old man can at least still have kids in older age if he chooses to. Billy Goat Gruff says, Molly, don't know men say it's weird. She don't have no kids. They just going to try and put one in you. Stop the cap. I never met a dude say no kids. No kids is a red flag. Y'all got to put some periods and commas in this shit. Kids are a yes for me if they have a virtuous mom. What? All right, SD0. B-Ball says, AD, we need them shirts. This is after hours. Billy Goat Gruff says, Slimmy is unattainable because he's not messing with crazy. Bread and Butter says, Anton, I'm a dumb truck driver, brother. How would I benefit from joining the Bag Chasers? Let me get a quick synopsis in layman's terms. I don't know if I ever want to sell it to people because it's just got to be something that you're truly interested in. I'm not trying to sell people on it. I just tell people if they're looking to rock out with a group of people that's going in the direction that they're going in. In a nutshell, I guess, to have a conversation, because you did pay your super chat, so I'm going to answer your question. We do meetups. I also go through and I show people how they can invest their money in the stock market and what I look for when I'm making my investments. I show my receipts. I also teach people from a real estate perspective how they can leverage the market to continue to save money on taxes, how they can run up a bag in real estate, the differences between the different ways, the 4 to 5 different ways people make money in real estate. And I also show them how to use it as a tax shelter, how to manage your money. I also teach people how to level up in corporate America, how to get the job you want through interviews. We got a Discord that go along with it. We do meetups in person that's free for everybody that want to come, so on and so forth. So it's really just an opportunity for people to network while at the same time learning as much as possible can to be able to get the bag and run it up. So I got over 15,000 people that's bag chasers. I got one of the biggest Patreons on Patreon. So, I mean, if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. It's up to you, big dog. And you're not dumb. Will Chills J says they all attainable if the price is right. Mr. Robinson says I have a homeboy just like Sonny. Sonny's so smart, he's gonna outsmart himself. And thank you to everybody that contributed into the platform. Any final thoughts before we get up out of here?
Hoes forever, snow bunnies never.
Thank you, Ray, for coming through. I appreciate you, baby girl.
This is quite a pleasant surprise, Miss Ray. We appreciate it.
Thank you for allowing me in your guys' virtual living room. I had a good time.
Ray, we was texting back and forth, and then I had to send her the link. So, shout out to Ray. Slimmy, you good, big dog?
Mm-hmm. I just been smelling cologne.
Walgreens has really good men's products like soap and cologne and shampoo. Fuck you, Carrie. What are you shaking your head for?
Ray, they said, can they network with you?
Come again?
James said, can I network with Ray?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, what does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I don't know. Ray, are you stuck up?
That's when I'm gonna start telling the women, can I network with you? That's the new shit.
I wouldn't say so.
I don't think
so.
I don't.
Are you earthy, Ray? Yep, you had to think about it.
Anton asked me this morning.
She looked up. She said, maybe.
Ray is young. Ray is a baby.
How old are you, Ray? About 25?
That's your
yeah.
baby. It's your baby. So
hit us up, Walgreens. We got you.
I'm gonna get her there. I'm gonna get.
Can I get a raise if we get a Blue Chew or Walgreens sponsor?
I'm sorry. Say that what?
Can I get a raise if we can get a Blue Chew or Walgreens sponsorship?
Listen, I tell you what. If you bring in a sponsor, you can basically get half of whatever it is that you bring in.
I don't know how that works, but okay.
If anybody was to bring in a sponsor, they basically can keep 50% of everything that they bring. Matter of fact, I might even bump it up to 75%. If you can get a sponsor, then you can keep the lion's share of whatever it is that you bring in.
Okay.
You gonna push Blue Chews on the community, Quentin?
Facts. I'm kidding, Molly. No. I have exhausted my supply and I no longer do that.
But see, I think you ain't. Y'all don't know if y'all paying attention. Like, if you should leverage the numbers to pitch to people, and then you keep the majority, the lion's share of whatever it is that you generate. It's an easy finesse. It's an easy money play.
Facts.
Too bad Carrie can't talk.
I know, poor Carrie.
Poor Carrie. Get on your second device, Carrie. I feel like you have something special to say because you was talking big shit on mute.
So, well, anyways, let me read one more super chat.
I'll send you a laptop, Carrie. I'll bring it to the meetup for you.
We're not all Nick Cannon, aka Dick Cannon. Jesus Christ.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Anyways, final thoughts, and then I'm gonna go ahead and end it, and then I'm gonna go and take a 7-minute ride to my crib and go to sleep.
I am going to go hope my phone isn't blown up because of your nonsense.
All right, y'all. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We out till Thursday.
Bye.
Peace.